everyone, welcome back to SDS. As you can see, it's a new face. It's me, I'm back again. Hope you guys missed me. You didn't? All right, well.
There's two new faces.
There's two new faces.
I've never sat here before.
You've never sat here before. This is
doing
actually not good for the new viewers because now they're all like thinking, what's going on?
That's true, but today I'm tall.
That's true, you are tall.
Today I'm 6 foot.
You're suspiciously tall today.
I'm sitting on a cushion because I can't sit next to the seat.
Yeah,
so today I'm 6'1".
Yeah, well, we're joined here with Ilyas. Opposite the table, we've got Liaz. I don't know why he's doing that for some reason. What's going on there?
I'm very excited about this podcast today. Can you guess why? I can talk my favorite guy today. Antonio Conte.
I love it.
Antonio.
And let's save the best person for last, the youngest guy in the room right now.
He gets a round of applause.
Your first time in the studio.
He gets a round of applause.
It's still sharp. It's dangerous. Be careful.
You're looking at
studio debut.
Studio debut as well.
Hey, listen. I can't lie. I was saying, listen.
Yeah? You liking this out?
Money's up. I like it. No, it's cool.
There's definitely one person that's not fun in this. This is Daniel Levy, and we're going to speak about Tottenham, man. We're going to speak about this relationship with him and Conte. I think it's fair we start with the Tottenham fans. I know you two really want to get into this guy first, but I want to speak with you first. Okay, now listen, I've got a few quotes from the press conference. So I want to read them out for you. I'll try and give you the audience their bridge.
One of the best interviews, post-game interviews ever.
Amazing.
In Premier League history.
So the context of the game was Southampton 3, Tottenham 3. So this is the post-match press conference from Conte. He said, "The club has a responsibility for the transfer market. Every coach that stayed here has a responsibility. And the players, where are the players? In my experience, I can tell you that if you want to be competitive, if you want to fight, you have to improve this aspect. And this is really, really low. And I see only 11 players that play for themselves." That's one thing. So you are finding an alibi, another alibi. You try to find an excuse for the players. Okay, continue to do this to find an excuse for the players. You do only this, you do only this. But the players may be my future. Then we lost confidence. They lost spirit. They lost being a team. Excuses. Try to protect them every time. So, it's just some interesting quote.
Bro,
he's like, there's no holds barred.
You know what the worst thing is the way you read that was actually quite calm. Yeah. The way he was saying it in the presser.
I thought he was going to start effing.
I thought he was going to start punching one of the pressers.
In Conte's
I should have
English too.
deferred to my Italian representative. It should have been you, man.
It should have been me there.
Yeah, half Italian, man. You should have done it, man.
I can't lie, he said nothing wrong in what he said there. When he's talking about the players and how selfish they are and what they play for themselves, bro, he's 100% spot on. We've seen that this season time and time again in all of the big 6 games. How many times have Spurs gone down before they've had to react? How many times do they need to go 2 down before they react? I think we went on a streak of like 11 games where we needed to go 1-0 down. Yeah. 6 games where we needed to go 2-0. Bro, you can't be having this mentality. Both North London derbies, what was the mentality like there? The one thing I will say within amongst all those quotes I didn't like, and I don't think any Spurs fan appreciated, was a lack of accountability from him.
Thank you.
The lack of him saying, okay, maybe I did a few things wrong. Maybe I played Emerson a little bit too long. Son out of form a little bit too long. Consisted with a back 5 a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Made subs too late. Maybe too late sometimes. None of that was mentioned. And all of what he said, as I said, the board where he's saying 20 years, no ambition. They're used to this. 4th place is success for them. He's spot on. When he's talking about the players, they've got no spine. They're gutless. Spot on. But where's your accountability within this as well?
Thank you.
And the one thing I didn't respect in all this as well is the last 24 hours or so, I've heard he started to retract and saying, hey, I weren't talking about the board. I was just talking about the players. Come on now.
Keep that
you
same
was
energy.
talking big gusto in the arena.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy. And the worst thing is the fans will actually kind of respect it more if you're actually targeting the board. Because every Spurs fan has been saying the same thing for the past however many years.
Dislike Daniel Levy.
Bro, we hate the brother. We can't stand the sight of him. We want to see him gone. Yeah. But the problem is if you're going to defend him and just be like, no, it's the players and they're spineless. Bro, these are the men you rode by all season. Dyer, you were raving about him, saying he's going to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. Is he?
Is he?
Huh? Ben
if
Davies.
I'm not wrong, before the January, he said, I'm happy with my centre-back options for the January. That's what he was. That's what he said.
This is Conte.
That was one moment where I was like, bro, that is our weakest area for so many windows we've needed. Like in 2 years, the only serious centre-back we've signed is Romero.
Yeah. Quality centre-back as well.
Quality centre-back. What is that? Langley in between?
You didn't replace Vertonghen or Alderweireld.
Bro, none of them. We had Sanchez come in as a record signing, biggest bozo we've ever had. One of the biggest flops in Premier League history.
Yeah.
What have we done since? You know what? He can come in as a squad player. Now he's one of our experienced backup guys. When we were getting dumped out against Sheffield, he's there. We see every time you see Spurs capitulate, you see the same names: Sanchez, Dyer, Davis. It's the same always kind of names that are there. And I'm just like, listen, I understand the situation. Conte has to take blame. But the issues at Spurs are so many levels. This club, I'm telling you,
deeply entrenched.
it's rotten, top to bottom. Big man thing.
But it's how's like, what do you do? Levy's not just going
see
to turn
now?
around and say, "Oh, here I'm going to sell the club."
Yeah,
It's just to
bye,
make
guys, I'm
he's
done.
making a lot of money. He's opened the stadium.
The
Everything.
biggest danger now is if Spurs do the thing of what they've done over the last 3 or 4 years, where they go after a Luis Enrique or a Thomas Tuchel. Early, maybe in the January window, I was like, "Yo, Tuchel next." That's someone with ambition. But knowing this board, they ain't putting no money up. They ain't putting no serious ambition behind this. So we're just going to get another manager who's going to call out the players, be told, hey, work with Dyer and Davis again, man.
Another yes man.
Yeah.
Allow it. Let's just go back to what we did with Pochettino, what we did with Redknapp, what we did with Yo, where you get a fairly kind of manager who you think deserves a chance, can play a fairly bit of decent football, but you go back to signing young talent, you go back to signing gems from Europe, you go back to signing young players from the Premier League who need that next breakthrough, and you build the club back up. You need a reset. We're almost going to need to go through what Arsenal went through with 2 8th place
Even what
finishes or
Chelsea
whatever.
have done.
We got lucky because there was no fans in the stadium at that
and the
point.
thing is with a lot of these other clubs, they have the finances to come back.
Yes.
Spurs don't even put that money up. That's the danger, and why everybody looks at it like, yo, once Kane leaves, you lot are in serious trouble. And I'm like, low-key, I want him to leave. Just so, you know, when the capitulation comes
Yeah. It's like,
You're not the first Tottenham fan.
I'm bored of this now, man. Like, just let him leave this summer. Let him go get his
You're not the first
accolades.
Spurs fan I've heard say Kane should leave. Like, they'll be happy if he left.
They say he deserves better.
He's still a legend.
What are you going to do for him now, basically?
Yeah.
It's
If you're going into
basically
rebuild, what's the point?
if you're going into rebuild, you've got to cash in on him this summer or lose him on a free next summer. What are you going to do? A farewell tour where basically you have another dudless year where you don't challenge for anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
What kind of farewell tour is that? That's the most ultimate loser's farewell tour ever.
Yeah.
You've broken the goal scoring record. You have nothing left to prove at Spurs.
You're a legend.
You're our greatest ever academy player.
Yeah.
You will never produce another Harry Kane. Go and get your medals, brother, and let us just bottom out.
Yeah.
I want to see what this
Bottom out,
board
it's
do
mental.
next.
I love it.
It sounds so like just dead end. It's just like, I want to see
When it
this
just all comes out, bro, I want to see what this board do next. I'm even
I want to be League 2.
whoa. But I'll be honest, even with you lot, I'll ask you lot, like, if Conte gets sacked now, I don't even know what manager comes in next. Because I'm
has to
seeing
be
the
front row.
Zerbi's like,
we already know
the
who's
guys
coming
who
in.
Spurs fans are thinking like, the Zerbi, he'll come. He's like, bro, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Tell us frank, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I've got a board that's backing me. I've got a squad that plays for me. What am I coming to that mess for? I seen you fumble Jose. I seen you fumble Poch. I seen you fumble Conte.
Yeah.
What is going to appeal to any manager? So for me, this is where I'm looking at Spurs like, bro, the next year or two, whatever, write it off, man.
Yeah.
It's long.
Let me ask you this. Is this the end of, going into next season, of course, because it looks like Conte is gone. I would be shocked if Kane continues at this club after this season.
This summer is going to be the kick your toys out of the pram. And I think if he does, no Spurs fan can be angry at him because I don't think they were angry at him when he wanted to leave for City. I think with this one, seeing the situation, it's literally back to the same situation when Jose kind of left.
Yeah.
You're going to go through this managerial, who's going to get the job type of situation. What project are you going to sell to Kane to stay on for one more year?
To you, though, wasn't about Kane. It was, is this kind of the end as we know it of Spurs as one of the big six?
Potentially.
They'll come back.
Because you're looking at Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
You're looking at Newcastle now stepping up as well. If Chelsea are going to
Newcastle,
eventually pull their finger out.
You've even got Brighton as well. I'm not classing them, but they're like that
Brighton
step.
for me, they're not
they're that step below.
yeah,
So, but
yeah,
they can easily have that one season like they're having now in the next season.
With
But
teams
for me,
where
that's
they
like a
just push.
one-off thing. Like Newcastle, I could quite
Consistently
clearly
can
see
get
them
top six.
Yeah.
displacing Spurs for the next 5
Oh
seasons.
yeah, definitely
This
Newcastle.
is why I
yeah.
was so glad when they lost the Carabao final. This is why I've been saying, yo, don't do this Newcastle are cute. Yo, man,
Yeah.
they're gonna.
They're back by
One day
country.
they're gonna be the monster that everyone's running from.
We're gonna see
Do
this
not
summer.
gas it up now.
We're
I'm
going to see
telling
this
you.
summer if they back Eddie Howe and say we're going for every big gun in the world,
Yeah.
and we're
Like the
dropping
Chelsea
70
kind of
mil,
thing. Yeah.
90 mil, 100
Especially they
mil
make
on
Champions
players.
League football.
Yeah.
If they make Champions League football, even Europa League, they
Yeah.
can go and get these like mid-table to like these Villarreal's and even like the Dortmunds and the Leverkusens and buying their best player and bringing them
That's
to
what
the
just
Premier League.
The Mudryk, the
Yeah,
Bradley
like they
Chiles
could do
and
that.
all
They
these
could spend
players,
100
the big
mil.
players,
Oh, well,
Nowadays as well, clubs are entertaining. Like Nottingham Forest are able to sign big players. Like, you ain't got to be even top side. You can sign top European players being a mid-table, low
It's
league
like what
Premier
Leah
League
says,
side.
Premier Super League, bro.
Premier League.
Like it's mental, bro. Newcastle
But-
have a 4-time Champions League winner in goal, and he's already got the captain's armband, Keylor Navas.
But there's
That's
nothing
actually crazy.
It's mental.
Yeah.
They've got
That's crazy.
Felipe at the back. They've got like
Renan
Renan
Lodi.
Lodi. Do you know what I mean?
Atletico last
You
year
go
playing
to-
Champions
you
League.
go
It was
to
nuts.
Copa America final.
Bro.
Yeah, you go to
It's
Southampton. They
crazy.
signed Soleimani, or I think it was Soleimani.
Oh,
for
yeah,
like
yeah,
40
yeah,
million.
for like a good
And he
deal.
was
Killing us
tough.
on the weekend, bro.
They signed Orsic, who was like linked with everyone.
Even
Like,
Leeds got that guy as well from, wasn't it the
McKennie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
the Bundesliga. They
Even
got someone
McKennie
else.
as well.
They got like
Like-
30 million for someone. I forgot who it
Bro,
was.
but
Um,
even McKinney leaving Juve to come to Leeds.
it's
to fight
crazy, bro. It's the
relegation.
Premier
It just-
Super League, bro.
it's
Like
crazy.
these guys are getting crazy wages. They're playing amazing football. Everyone watches the Premier League. Like, why wouldn't you come? Even if you're coming to a 16th place team, why wouldn't you come to the
Yeah.
Premier League?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
And for
competition
me,
is higher
money
than
is
ever.
brilliant.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
struggle.
Yeah.
I struggle to see how even the most like optimistic pom-poms Spurs fan
Yeah.
is thinking, yo, the next 2 years, I can see top 6 comfortably. Like, what are you actually seeing? Because there's no manager there with an identity at the moment. I've got a director of football potentially going to jail. I've got a board that's not backing as well.
All right, Tichi, rise.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, from
every day he gets a phone call. He's thinking, oh, I might be getting back today. It's Conte calling him. Like every day he's like, bro, I'm done.
telling you.
He's got that Mike Ross phone call.
Oh, man.
Like, he's done. Like every day. Literally.
Hey, man, you didn't go here.
Out on him, man. I'm telling you, it's nuts, bro.
like-
From
Yo,
top to bottom, it's
let's
problem.
not ignore the main culprit at hand here, bro. I'm going to hear about Paratici and Daniel Levy and Kane.
Let's talk about Conte.
I want to
Let's
talk
talk
about
about Conte.
Antonio Conte.
I tried to have this conversation with Faisal, and he was riding for him. He was dick riding so hard, it was a joke.
Nah,
I was confused. I was confused, bro. I was confused, bro. Ramadan's around the corner, and he was moving crazy, bro. He was moving crazy, bro. I was so confused, bro. I was so confused, bro. The guy's saying, yeah, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. He never got his targets. The guy forgets, if you don't get your first target, you get your second target. If you don't get your second target, get your third target.
talking about, like, he was
Conte's
talking-
writing the
Here's the
list
thing,
and saying, I want these centre backs. If you can't get one or two, get the third
It's all
one.
like Bostonian Gavardia or like
Bro,
easily.
I even tweeted the other day, Chelsea got rejected 90 mil last summer. Do you think Tottenham are going to fork out 90 mil for a centre back?
Conte is digging out the team that just played this weekend, bro. 6 of those players are ones that he brought in, bro. He spent 200 damn million pounds on
Yeah,
this
like,
summer, bro.
it
He
makes
never won a long
crazy.
lay.
But like with Conte,
He wants a
he's-
long lay at Inter.
He's
He
so,
wanted
he's
them
so
back then.
toxic when it comes to he doesn't get what he wants.
Yeah.
And it's like, have you seen it with Chelsea? He won the league with them. Then he
The
just,
second season, bro, he did
Yeah.
he did similar. In fact, he basically threw the squad under the bus and like forced himself
Yeah.
to get sacked. And Abramovich was just petty. He's like, "No, you're
Yeah.
staying till the end of the season."
Yeah,
bro.
like
Him and Jose are the same in that mold, though, and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
they're the
I feel
same.
like you get that with them type of emotional managers like
they're,
that.
they're the old school manager who's not. I said last week, they're not catching up with the times. They're not changing the tactics. They're not like changing the
Because the thing
transfer
with
strategies.
Faisal last week that I got the most was, and I heard a lot of what he was saying. I thought you and Abs are kind of harsh on him, but I was like, when he's saying the back five is what he's built upon, that's what he's built upon. And the thing is, at Spurs, you look at the back five we have, bro.
Dreadful.
Yeah.
You
have
can't.
Emerson and Ben Davies.
It doesn't get
That's
into
so royal,
top
yeah.
10 sides.
Pedro Porro though.
Pedro Porro's quality. To be fair, he's the only one.
He's
come
another
in.
person that Conte wanted and got. You know what I mean?
100%.
And they
But-
spent 45, 50 million.
Yeah.
for it,
There's parts where I feel like, 100%, bro. 1 or 2 targets. But for me, when you talk about, all right, you don't get your primary targets, that's where I'm like, yo, we brought a director of football in. Especially
his guy too.
His guy.
He went and got Kulusevski and Bentancur
They
for him.
built
Like,
Juve together.
Yeah.
So that's why when they came in together, I was like, yo, I'm going to see something here. Then I
Everyone
see
thought that.
Bastoni, Gvardia. All right, cool. I remember I was doing a stream with Toes. I said, yo, we got 6 weeks left of the window. We better sign a centre back because I don't want us to just sit still. We ended up with Lenglet on loan as the only thing. I'm like, come on, like. So for me, there's certain points where I'm like, the tools aren't being provided. But then it's like, yo, what are you doing with the tools that you're given?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at
You
the
still
same
got
time,
weapons, bro.
there's moments here where you look at that Spurs team and that front line, the midfield or whatever, and you're like, yo, we shouldn't be bottling it to Southampton.
Yeah,
we shouldn't
we shouldn't be losing
Sheffield
Sheffield
United.
You got,
We shouldn't get dumped at the
you
FA
got a
Cup.
top tier front three, regardless of Son's in and out of form. You have a top tier front three. Kulusevski, for me, one of my favorite wingers in the league.
Yeah,
He's unreal. Like
Amazing.
the
Good
way he
midfielders,
adapted to
bro.
Premier League was mental.
Yeah.
You got Kane, I think is the best striker in the Premier League and one of the best strikers in the world. You've got Son, who is out of form, which I get. Everyone has that
But then
run.
you spent 60 million on Richarlison.
Richarlison,
exactly.
yo, who
Dan
cries
Juma-
every time he gets subbed off.
Then Juma has played 50 minutes combined since he's joined and Spurs, bro.
Everton are probably like, why didn't you just come to us, man? What's wrong with you?
Danjuma's he's here. He's in London, holiday. Someone said to me today he only came just because he could go to East London Mosque.
That's true.
Like for Ramadan. Like he only came just for that. Crazy. Like it's crazy, bro. He's not getting that in Everton. He can't travel down all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
This is the history of Antonio Conte.
Yeah, literally.
He does this literally everywhere he goes, bro.
I was expecting it.
I've heard it too many times now.
Even Conte kind of said it himself. It's the history of the Tottenham. He basically said that.
Yeah, he said last 20 years.
Literally, last minute he kind of threw it in. It's crazy, but listen.
He's the biggest deflector in world football, bro. You brought up Mourinho. He's worse than Mourinho in that regard.
Worse than
That's
Mourinho.
why people kept clowning on Gary Neville when Gary Neville said he can't be the manager of Man United.
I was saying
we went through Mourinho, and I liked Mourinho, and it even got to a point.
He was perfect for United. I felt.
Yeah, he was done well.
When Solskjaer was there, you see, it should have been the other way. We should have got Ten Hag. You should have got Conte. Bro, that's what. Ask anyone. Was I not tweeting that like 2 years ago?
That is delusion.
I was like, yo, I love that delusion.
Ten Hag
2 years ago. I was like, yo,
Conte would have
been earlier than you.
division.
He's Dutch, bro.
The delusion here is mental. He said we should have stopped Conte. Bro, that delusion is mental. Oh my day.
We rejected Ten Hag because he doesn't have charisma, apparently.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Conte with the charisma, apparently.
I gave you the charisma in the presses.
But Conte United would have been a disaster, bro. Because I believe the top clubs like that, like United, like Arsenal, they have an identity and they have a culture and a way of playing that every manager, no matter what they come in with, they still have to implement styles of that. Bro, Conte, that kind of football, going to bottom of the league, Southampton, going to, who was it? Did you guys
Sheffield.
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 Nottingham.
Rotating Sheffield United.
Even the AC Milan game was
back-to-back
You're
AC
playing the worst teams in the league in terms of quality. You don't have a great team, but you don't have that low quality of a team.
You still bring the best
and you're
out
getting killed in possession. You're playing negative football. You're getting 2 chances a game. At some point, you have to look at the manager in that regard,
And there's
bro.
games, bro, where we're up against 10 men and I'm still seeing 5 at the back.
Yeah.
We're 2-0 down.
There's no
I'm
plan.
Conte doesn't have a
that kind of stuff would work at United.
We're going at Champions
We
League.
start chanting attack.
He's defense. He's a sicker. You know, he's a terrorist of football. Conte. He's a terrorist. Like his last European run was at Juve, his first ever year.
I can't lie to you. His
European
European record was
horrific.
Antonio Conte has won 2 knockout European games in his entire career. It came in 2013 against Celtic at home and 2013 against Celtic away. Since then, he's never won a single game in the Champions League knockout round.
I'll be very honest. I think with Tottenham, he should leave, which it looks like he's going to leave. Today, right now,
you can't fire me. I quit.
as we sit here, they're probably drawing up his compensation plan right now.
Bro, there was tweets
They get ready for the
coming out
WWE I Quit match.
Yeah,
That's what they're
he's
doing.
in the middle of handing his P45. They're trying to do the compensation scheme for him.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what happens to Tottenham next. Do you go back to Pochettino like what the players have been texting him saying, please come back, Poch, we miss you.
Spurs fans
Put the
are doing
contract
that.
on the table.
Like,
Do you at the wheel, man?
Do you go get Poch, or do you go to? Leah's was saying off camera. Do you go to Portugal and get one of
Ruben
the?
Amorim.
Do you get one of the 3 big?
Marcelo Gallardo.
Yeah.
2 coaches right there ready.
Do you go and get them? Do you risk
Bro,
that 6 months?
Give
of,
me something
of
new.
having these guys,
Yes.
and then
fresh
No, it won't be
start.
6 months.
Do you know
No,
why?
as in
till the end of the season.
A new gaffer comes in. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Of course.
We look at
Yeah.
him with a fresh set of eyes. With Pochettino, you come in. I'm looking at him like, bro, you've seen nothing has changed since the last time you were here.
Yeah, why you
Were
come back?
walking back in?
Yeah,
on
yeah.
him?
You
It's
never
like the
go
ex
back.
was cheating
You
on
never
you.
go
You're
back to
taking
your
back
ex,
again.
bro.
Yeah,
She's like,
Go
I
back to your ex
changed.
in football.
I changed.
What did you
Take
change?
that. What you changed? I lied. Gotcha. Dummy. I'm like, bro, why are you walking back in? That's my thing. The fact that he's even entertaining it, I'm kind of weirded at.
Never
So
go
for me,
back to your ex in football.
you have to start fresh.
No, never go back to your ex in general.
No, in real life, sometimes you go back to your ex in real life. Sometimes you do. Like, what'd you do, man?
Short long spell. But then you go, see, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a little dry spell, you need to end it. Hey, come on.
But it's a bit tough
I
sometimes.
was going to say, with a new manager, it just gives you that kind of, at least you'll give him 6 months, a year to kind of at least settle in. With Poch, he could undo all Spurs fans look at him in this kind of, daddy.
Yeah, they look at him like,
Cool. He might undo all of that work just because he's under the same situation, the same ownership, nothing's changed. And now when he's drowning in 14th and we can get nothing out of this and Kane is walking out on a free, you lot are like, yo, you know what? This ain't it. We need something fresh.
It's too late then.
It's too late. You've already signed a deal now. 3 years.
You should go get one of the Portuguese guys.
I was going to say Amorim. I said, you have Roger Schmidt at Benfica. You have
them Germans, I don't know, man. Them German coaches, they're hot for a year, and then next year they're getting bad 7-0. Marco Rose,
this guy's
getting all the hype.
This guy's broken homeless talking about. Take what you can get, bro.
He's throwing stones in the glass house right now, like literally.
You'll be looking at
Beggars can't be choosers.
It's
too fat for me.
Your Tinder's like 100-mile radius right now.
Everything's getting right.
Let's go. Age 52.
Literally.
Run them up.
Do you reminds me when you go to a homeless guy and be like, yo, do you want food in shop? And he's like, nah, I want alcohol. So my brother, you getting food or not? Like, what are you getting? Like food? Can't get alcohol.
That's got too many calories, actually.
I know.
But him, Conceição or Amorim, I think either of those.
Do you see the thing with Amorim? I think a lot of Spurs fans will be unhappy because he plays with a 5 at the back at Sporting now quite a lot. I'm like, yo, if we get another 5 at the back, coach, Spurs fans are gonna be like, hey, 3 months this guy's got before he gets the new.
I can't like 5 at the back. It's so hated right now.
It's not in, man. It's not in.
It was in for like 2 years. It's out
when
again.
Conte won the title,
everyone was like, hey, you know what?
How about this? Even Wenger did that at one point. Let me see.
It was Arteta did it one the FA Cup. It was mental. Now the new one is the 3-2.
Yes.
3 centre-backs. That's the new one. That's the new one.
Inverted fullbacks.
Yeah, that's the 3-2. That's the 3 centre-backs and the 2 fullbacks inside.
But for me, I agree.
Conte, I think he would have a heart attack if his fullback went inside. If he went and got the ball in the centre midfield, he would collapse. You know what you're doing? I need chalk on your boots. Get out wide.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the game because it was a great game as well. 3-3.
It was
an amazing game. You guys, Pedro Porro got his first goal in his first shot. Oh, what
Pedro
great
Power.
finish by the way.
Pedro Power.
Straight power.
Pedro Power.
Bro,
That was a good tweet.
That
That was a good tweet.
was listen.
He was playing like those bad bitches in the crowd.
Bro,
He was.
I can't lie to you. Even
João Felix.
Oh, hey, say that lower.
Allegations.
Watch your bitch. Say that lower. Say that lower.
Girl.
Hey, my Mills.
Nobody
Coming for you.
João Felix.
Listen.
Now, Side Ben Rama's winning the baddie debate right
Can I
now.
say something about
My
that?
Mills. When you have My Mills, last night I had a dream about My Mills.
Did you see my man? Did you see my man sending for him though?
Yeah, dig it.
I know
man.
for a fact, Said Ben Rama does not speak English, bro. He needs
No,
someone to translate.
I seen a TikTok of him speaking full English.
Bro, he does not speak full.
No, like, as in like,
Algerian representative.
that's Algerian.
Speak on behalf of all Algerians. He does not.
I've seen a TikTok of him speaking
English. I know. We are all in the group chat. Go
That's his choice. My dad said he doesn't speak English. My dad said.
Ben Rama don't speak full English.
He said he saw TikTok on
I
it.
saw TikTok. You know them guys that. I said it's AI.
Yeah, man.
They hacked my TikTok. They hacked my TikTok.
They face
Nah, I seen it, and I don't know why we talk about it.
No, Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Good goal. Good goal. And he's been playing well since he signed. To be fair, I like that Conte's not dropped him since he's kind of was it the opening game he got cooked. But I always feel like you need a welcome to the Premier League. It's nice to get it out of the way.
That was a harsh
game.
welcome. Like away to Leicester. Come on, you can't do that.
You need it.
Give him a home one.
Harvey Barnes as well. You know, like spike hair
English winger. I'm just running on you. I'm running at you. Every time you get a ball, on you.
Every time.
He needed that. He needed
so
that.
now it's like we just hopefully that means the end of number 12. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course.
Emerson, man. He had a good run, man.
He had a good run, man. It was a good dude.
January. Welcome.
We will remember.
February. January. Yeah. When he heard someone was coming, he said, "Hey, man, I'm lacing my boots now.
Let me turn up. Let me score some goals, man." But look, I want to talk about the penalty. Yeah, that was not a penalty. That's what I want to say. That part. I don't think
the Ainsley one.
I don't think Southampton deserved the penalty. Yeah.
That was mental.
The thing is, it's one of them ones.
That didn't look like a penalty.
It's a soft penalty.
I can't lie. He bought that. He went to. He cashed. He cashed that.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, if I'm honest. And the problem is I always think nowadays, especially with the high foot rule or whatever, the minute you leave your foot swinging like that, you leave it there. And you give an excuse where a man can put their head there, now it's a foul. But it's like they say, don't leave your foot in the challenge sometimes. A man leave their foot in and the player goes over. You left it there, brother. So for me, it's a case of don't leave your foot that high.
Yeah.
The issue for me is how rattled we got those last 15 minutes. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Heads
we
were
had
just...
We had that as well, Arsenal.
Second
half was very good.
There's been that thing of you guys recently, like where it comes to like squeaky bum time, it's like you just lose your head to like, and the football goes out the window.
But I'll tell you
Just
what
get it
happens,
forward.
bro. This is what happens with managers like Conte. And it was even the same similar with Oli, to be honest. There was this period of Oli at United where every time we had a lead, he would always bring on Tuan Zebi to basically defend the lead. And every single time, without fail, we concede a goal. Because, bro, managers like Conte, they're reactive managers, not progressive managers. They just invite pressure and pressure and pressure, and eventually a team that's already not good at defending is going to absolutely crumble, bro.
And
Against
this
the team,
is the Spurs team, they almost have like a nerves thing which sets in after like 60 minutes where they just start creeping backwards.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm seeing Kane on the center circle, and you know him, starts dropping 20 yards deep. Everyone starts dropping, and I'm like, bro, we're playing Southampton, bottom of the table.
Bro, it's crazy,
what are we doing here? Why are we still 5 at the back here?
But
Like,
that's why you can only have so much sympathy for Conte.
But I will give credit to Southampton because against you guys, even though it was 10 men, they kept it well. Against us, they done well. And you guys, like, it looks like
they
they're
got a couple
slowly
gems in that
they're trying
team,
to creep
man.
out of that bottom three because like
Salisu,
I've always loved
Lavia,
Lavia.
Sulemana.
Yeah, you could go a lot about Lavia.
You know Lavia,
honestly,
see Lavia.
Shea-
I'll drive to Southampton if he needs me to,
Bro.
I'll bring him back to London.
Baller.
Bring him back to London.
He's going somewhere else.
I'll bring him back to London. No, if he needs that as well,
Trying to be
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Trying to be
There's only a
Juliet.
week left, bro.
He's Romeo. Might need a Juliet.
He might need Juliet. He might need Juliet. That's what he might.
No, they got some talent. And they just kind of in the last 10 minutes they just energy. Energy. And I was just like, bro,
Dogs at
They're
them.
I
revitalizing.
literally tweeted it. I said, watch, hold on to your knickers these last 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Watch. Crumble.
They got Theo
Just like
Walcott
that.
who thinks he's the guy again. They
Bro,
revitalized Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
The minute I saw last 15 minutes, Walcott and Maitland-Niles were on the pitch.
Yeah.
I said,
No, but
I can already predict this story.
Yeah.
How it's gonna go.
These,
Bro,
London's
you know, man,
red.
I would be, but we were 2 goals up, and now we're down to 3-3. Shut up, bruv.
But with Ainsley,
Little ponytail, pull that.
he's finally, I think, accepted that right back role. I feel like
goddamn time. He should have done it with you guys.
he
bro.
should have.
Bro,
And
that
I
would have
wanted
been
him to.
cemented.
Humility.
No, he would have had that Ben White slot this season.
Yeah, probably.
Like if he stayed as the right back, he got England call up as right back. He won the FA Cup as right back with us. If he stayed in that position, he would
Maitland-Niles,
have had Ben White's position.
He's proof that you should not believe in your grind so much.
Yeah.
Believe in it to an extent. Don't ask him to put it right now. Not every year.
Don't ask me to grind harder.
This guy swore he was some creative midfielder, brother. You're a good good Premier League right
Bro,
back.
I think he's a top tier right back. Like I feel like he
he's
can
very
become like because he has that centre mid in him, and if he goes to a team who likes doing that inverted stuff, he'll be
That tends to happen
very
as well.
good.
Those centre midfielders
Yeah.
at academy level always tend to be kind
Tend
of
to become a right
decent.
back.
Reece James, Trent.
Yeah. Ainsley's not that level, but he's in the similar mode of being a midfielder.
because you've got
to go
that
into-
technical comfortability, changing a game or
Could have used
adapting
him
it.
in a shootout the other day.
All right. So just to end off with a few of the stats from that game, is the most headers scored in a single Premier League season.
9.
Kane and Duncan Ferguson are tied with 9.
Yeah.
So
in the Premier League season.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw that as well. I was
I
like,
thought it'd been
yeah,
like Rooney or something.
I know he's like scored a couple with his head this season, but I was like, right, he's still adding new tools.
What's his head game like?
He's very good with his head.
Yeah, fair enough. Very good head game.
Mother.
Amazing matter.
Yeah.
Amazing matter.
Okay, he's also scored 10 plus away goals in 7 different Premier League seasons. No other player has done it more than 4 times. That's a
Oh yeah, no. He's a solidified Premier League goat though.
Yeah, he is.
He's a solidified Premier. He's gonna beat that. If he goes to you guys, Man United, he will beat the record.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah, I see. Don't do that. Don't do that. I see this man twerking for Osimhen every week. Don't do that.
Operation
Don't do that.
Aussie.
Don't do that. Look, he's
Big
United.
call him Aussie.
Yeah, you see how
Big,
it took
big,
3
big,
seconds.
You don't want the Nigerian nightmare. That's what you want.
I want the man of the mask, bro. But hey, you can come through too.
All right, let's go to the next game. It's Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Don't worry, Shark's not here, so we're not going to land. We're not going to be here for a while. Unless it's up to...
Hey,
yo,
I saw this guy in a Brentford kit and a Palace kit. You just
Buemo, what are you doing?
there is actually there's no rules.
Justice Riviera.
He's
Fairs.
betrayed us.
You
And
stand-
Buemo had transferred to Crystal Palace.
I'd steal this from Philly, man.
Oh, fair. Okay.
That's what I'm wearing. I said, yo,
tight
big
fit
bro,
right
let me
there.
get that.
You standing with Vieira then?
Huh?
Out of respect for Vieira or something?
Yeah, standing with Vieira. Yeah, standing with Vieira. He would let us win like 6-1.
Yeah,
He would let us win 6-1. He would let us win
Listen,
6-1.
you were there at the game. I want to hear your perspective of the game. What was the football like? What was the mechi?
Can I be honest with you guys? Palace came there to not do anything. Palace came there to just firm the L. No, that
First 20 minutes, they were kind of hooping.
They hit the
bro.
post?
Nah, they caught us on the
the
break,
one move?
like what every Premier League does to us
Yeah.
at home. For some reason, at home, everyone catches us on the break early on.
And I think
Bournemouth did
Zaha
it.
does that every time he plays Gila.
Yeah,
He does it like,
someone
sign me in 2019?
Yeah. Why didn't you sign me? He always does. Should have been me. Yeah, literally, should have been me. Literally, he could have had the 12 Premier League goals right now. Literally, and he would have
Emery
been,
wanted him.
yeah, Emery was dying for him. Remember, but
No, that's when we got Pepe. That's what he wanted.
yeah, that's what it was. He signed his fellow countryman. He must have been devastated.
Hey, crazy.
Yeah.
International duty, seeing him.
Yeah, seeing him.
And flopping as well.
Yeah. He should have been me.
Every time he goes out, he just sees this.
So vengeful, bro.
Yeah, literally every time he's just seen this.
He's just seen this every time he goes to training.
But nah, apparently they came to lose, bro. Like they had their third choice keeper, under 21 keeper. Anderson got injured in the warm ups. You can't play a Premier League game with Joe Ward at right back. I refuse. With Joe Ward or Nathaniel Klein, you can't play in the Premier League.
It's last decade, man.
Refuse. No, bro, it's not even last decade, bro. That's you send them players to like a team who's trying to get promoted. Then when they get promoted, you go back to Championship. That's the kind of right back he's. You know what I mean?
Then Phil Bardley's there.
Joe Ward needs to go. He's not cut for it, man. Martinelli was killing him. Like we was overloading that left side. Obviously, no Anderson. Started Milivojevic. Like, come on, man.
What you're just saying
like,
for
it's
me
the
is
history
why,
of the Crystal Palace.
It's
like,
why it's.
like, it's mental, bro. They just come to these grounds with these players and they think they're gonna get something.
But that's
I find it nuts.
And that's why for me the firing of Patrick Vieira for me is
mental,
bro. Because you look at what he did last season with the team.
Can't lie, it's borderline racism.
Yeah.
Borderline racism. Can't lie, borderline racism.
Parish?
Because I'll be honest, I'm joking about borderline racism. But I'll be honest, I wanted like a bit of like. I thought someone was gonna laugh, but it was just me. But
Yeah, I know those ones.
I can't get involved.
but we also what company said. He said, look at all the fixtures they have.
played the best teams in the league.
Literally, the fixtures they have coming up. What do you expect them to do with
And
that team?
for me,
Like,
I look at the strikers that they have, right? I'm gonna look at Odsonne-Édouard, for example.
yeah,
I look at the chance that he missed. He was offside, but bro.
yeah.
The job of a center forward is relatively simple in the Premier League.
Sean Dyche put it back in there.
It's relatively simple. You are not judged on 89 minutes of a game. You're judged on when you're in front of goal.
Yeah.
Can you score or not? Can you score goals in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Odsonne-Édouard, please stay on side. You're literally, you have the entire line to read.
Yep.
Can't stay on side. Already he failed in that regard.
Yeah.
But you know what? They gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Can barely outpace his defender. Barely outpace his defender.
You saw what he was
Rob
doing at
Holding,
Celtic
he can
as
barely
well.
outpace. And then he barely shakes him off. And then he goes 1v1 against Ramsdale, and it's the tamest shot you'll ever see in your life. So this is the weapons that they're giving Patrick Vieira. He's going to war with a water gun, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to war
And
with
if
the
it's
bluntest.
He bought a knife.
If it's not him,
fight.
Yeah.
If it's not
And
him,
if it's not him, Mateta.
Mateta.
Can I say something about Mateta? I've never seen someone who has hair like him voluntarily go bald and still be ass. Wow. I've never seen that before. When you go bald,
You gotta be wavy on one or the other.
when you go bald, when you cut the hair, it's like, it's
Got
time.
clear.
He didn't. It was not time for anything.
No,
I saw him
No
warming
activation.
up. I saw him. Do you know what killed me? He was warming up in front of us, and he was laughing when they were singing the Vieira song. Like he was singing, not singing with the fans, but when we were singing the Vieira song, oh, he comes from Senegal, plays for Arsenal, blah blah. He's laughing with them, and like he stood with Vieira, I could see. But like you bring on Ayew,
But Fabio Vieira thought that chance was free.
Ayew is another
but
one,
he's
bro.
not from Senegal.
So you look at Crystal Palace in general. First of all, it's a team that's transitioning from the Roy Hodgson era. It's a younger team.
Transitioning, they're going back to him now.
No, but that's
They're going back to him. That's a fair transition. That's like getting a BBL and then going back. That's literally what it is.
That's what I was gonna say. They were supposed to be transitioning from that era. Vieira was supposed to be overseeing this new era. They have young players, young attackers. They weren't going to finish 8th, 7th, 6th overnight, bro. It was going to take time.
I agree.
Yeah.
And they've had injuries. Zaha's been out the last few weeks. They played against some of the best teams in the league. So not to fire Vieira and then go back to your ex who's like 70 years old, some gilf.
Yep.
Bro,
Yeah,
let it go. It's over. Roy Hodgson is retired.
Bro, I said it last week.
Bro.
They're gonna put that guy in a
For them,
That's still like
for Steve Parrish. Steve Parrish is like that's good food right there.
Yeah, literally.
That's good food right there.
Bro, they're about to put that Roy Hodgson guy in a coffin, bro. Bro, he's 75 years old, and they're saying come back. I saw the video on Sky Sports today of them doing a guard of honor for him retiring, and they're saying we need you back.
Crazy.
Come on, man, let him retire. He's got a pension plan.
I actually got some comments from a Crystal Palace fan on Twitter. Thank you for all the correspondents for reaching out to me as well. I really appreciate it. You make my job infinitely easier. But he said he's a Crystal Palace fan. He's a season ticket holder as well.
What's sad? So
He
sad,
said
man.
always was going to be a rough. Let me shout him
Football's there
out.
to be enjoyed, man.
Exactly.
It's not all about winning.
Yeah, his name is at
Sometimes
Austin
it
CPFC. He said always was gonna be a rough result, but made it worse than it had to be. That result is not on Paddy nor on any other manager we've had. That's on the club. We're in 2023 with Schlupp, AU, Tompkins, and Joe Ward as players being used in the squad.
midfield.
If Roy Hodgson is appointed, I'm dashing my season ticket. I can't lie, the guy is 75. The board wants him to keep us up when he might be 6 feet under already. I can't be asked.
He's dropping bars. He's dropping bars.
We want
a daily dummy.
Bars, nigga, you know nothing about that.
We want the board. That was a great line. We want the board out. It's not been good enough over the years, and recently with Vieira being treated awfully with no backing financially, and them not being able to fire him in person. Time to be positive about something. 2 weeks to get things in order. 8 of the next 10 games against teams below us, where the majority of our points have come from the season. So hopefully it's enough to stay up.
I hope they get. If they hire Roy Hodgson, I hope they get relegated.
But do you know what's crazy? If they hire Roy Hodgson, Vieira came and did Black Man FC. It's gonna go back to White Man FC. It was literally, I think 9 of their 11 every week. 9 of their 11 every week, I think, was black. It was Guaita and Anderson. That was the only non-black guys. They had Klein. They had Tyreek Mitchell, the centre back, Guehi. They had Schlupp, Decore, and someone else. Then they had the black front three, and now it's just gonna go back to the White Man.
Hodgson,
FC,
it was just Zaha and it was Townsend. He better go bring Townsend back from Townsend.
he's gonna shout. He's gonna shout from TalkSport and say, "Yo, we need you back. We need you back, my brother." But like right now, it's looking bleak for Palace. But Arsenal, though, we have to do what we have to do, man. 8 points clear, top of the table right now. City got a game in hand on us. Games against Liverpool. Hopefully, Liverpool, please. I would need something from you guys.
Yeah,
I'm on my knees for it.
You're on your knees.
On a point at least. A point.
Go and get you some knee pads, bro.
You'll be down. You'll be down there a while, man.
I'm be down there for a long time, man. But nah, I need something from Man City. But the game in general, we literally done what we had to do.
Job.
It was like you go there. Everyone was saying new manager buzz. I was a little worried because Zaha likes to turn up against us, but he just came back from injury. I saw within the first 15 minutes we was going to win the game. Like the way we was keeping the ball, you could see they were dropping so deep. We was literally just running at Joe Ward the whole game. Saka was getting I've never seen Saka not get double teamed. I've not seen that for a long time. And they said Tyreek Mitchell just have at him. And it was like,
true, actually,
you read every game you see now, no matter who we play against, it's a double team on Saka. This one,
he get 2 goals and an assist as well?
He got 2 goals and an assist, and we're gonna win when he gets that. Like we never get any other result when he gets a goal or assist. But for them to have not double teamed him, and then they let Partey control the game, and we had Rob Holding as well. Like against Sporting, we didn't play football because Rob Holding was on the pitch. He can't play. Do you know what I mean? He's not suited to that system. But they let him play football that day. He was pinging balls left, right, centre. He was feeding Partey. Like Holdini, like literally. And
even when they ball on Tierney for the first, the half an hour.
Tierney,
inverted left.
Tierney coming on inverted.
I never ever seen you act like that.
He never acted like that.
You getting buckets.
Yeah, same with Rob Holding. Like I was shocked, but like they came to lose. Like you could see it, like especially with the injuries they've had. So we did what we had to do.
Are you worried about that Saliba injury?
No, I think it was a fake injury, like what
think so,
Rashford's
yeah,
done.
it's a Rashford thing.
It's what Rashford's doing right now.
It's international duty.
You remember what Klopp used to do? Remember when Klopp used to do with Henderson and all that kind of stuff?
You are nasty.
Yeah, man. I wish we did with Saka. Do you know how bad I want to Saka 8.5 minutes?
But Saka's not believable. He's played like 68 Premier
Bro,
League
that brother's gonna play. He's 2 international games. He's gonna play 180 minutes. He's gonna come back tired.
His
No.
kneecap is falling off.
Real men. Yeah, we do. No, we don't need real men.
Back in the day,
no, we used to
played
fight
all your
wolves. We don't need to
games,
fight
yeah,
wolves anymore.
exactly.
We don't need to fight
football
wolves.
these days.
Yeah, we just play football now, man.
Come on, prima
Now there's no
donna.
managing the players.
Do you know what I need Saka?
Game's
Do you
gone,
know what I want Saka to have?
man,
You remember when Mbappe in extra time in the World Cup final had 2 men on his legs doing massage, doing this?
Yeah.
I need Saka to have that the whole World Cup, the whole 2
Are you
international
willing
games.
to help?
If you need
Yeah.
to, I'll do it free,
Bro,
bro.
watch Diego Maradona in the 86. Quick.
Yeah, but cocaine. Man.
Back out.
Cocaine, man. Cocaine. Cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Bro, cocaine's a hell of a drug, man. Yo, like, come on, bro.
This kind of shit is stuff my dad would say. Yo, back in my day with Maradona, he would play. The Italian defenders would break his ankles. Brother, my dad is 60 years old.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out, Pops, boy.
Did you see the Hand of God live?
Say that again.
Did you see the Hand of God live? The Maradona.
No.
He was 15.
Don't do that.
My brother was 15.
He was 15, man.
He saw Pele in 66.
I'm a young man.
Yeah.
So Jeff first hat trick.
He watched Pele in the MLS get all those 1,000 goals.
Thanks, bro.
He saw.
New York Cosmos.
He was there.
He saw Pele in color TV.
My pops was on the team.
Hey, don't kill me.
Let's talk a little bit about Saka, man, because Saka got a stat here for you. He's the first English player to score 10 plus goals and provide 10 plus assists in a Premier League season for Arsenal since Walcott in 2012-13.
My brother, he's the 5th or 4th youngest player in history of the Premier League to get a 10-10 season.
Yeah.
Michael Owen was first. He was like 17 or 18, but Saka's 5th. That says a lot. And we got Martinelli, who's chipped in with hella goals.
Yeah.
So remember Rashford's, people are comparing them to, no comparison anymore. You got
This bastard, man.
Get him.
What'd you say me for?
Get him.
we had my favorite player Ben White, who acted like he didn't care about the result, get an assist. Like he got the assist and just went, yeah man, 10 round, just carried on walking. Like he's the GOAT. Like I rate him for the way he acts on the pitch.
Can't lie, it makes me not rate him.
Why?
Not rate him.
You want everyone to care about their job?
It actually annoys me that someone can be that good at football. And they just don't care about it. They don't like the sport whatsoever.
I know
it actually annoys me.
I know he was devastated when he got the World Cup call up because he was like, damn man, 2 weeks ago.
man.
Why do you think he left early?
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to be playing. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I need to go back, man.
I can't lie.
Making us switch.
Yeah, literally.
I respect it, man. I'm like, yo,
Same.
For someone, I don't know. I love it when a man is passionate.
Yeah.
But if you can say, yo, you know what, football, I play it and I play it well.
Yeah.
And then when I switch off, I switch off. Listen, I respect it.
Or they
bruv.
play football for the money.
Yeah.
Listen,
do you know who that
fine.
reminds me of?
I remember we had Benoit Asuakoto. That was
I was going to
that
say,
as well.
the best left back of all time.
Bro, there was rumors that his second job was a porn star. On the side.
yeah.
I was like, brother, this man's up to next thing. So if he's, as long as he's not involved in shady shit like that, bro,
As long as he's not having sex before the game.
go get a little saluki
For
deal.
me, what I don't like
Bruv.
about Ben White is the interviews after where he just acts like super uninterested.
So why they interview him? Why they interviewing him?
They want to interview for that. That's
I'm
why.
not gonna let like
Because when Elise does it, we're all like, man, them, I love it. Boom, boom.
I don't like when Alicia does it either. I don't like when Alicia
Oh, you're
does
one
it
of them corps, are you? Oh, small and dark for us.
I need media trained.
These corporate trained Americans, man. Where we fighting them, man?
How the American culture, like the basketball and that stuff,
Yeah, you
it's
should
about
love
there being a personality. Why do you not want them
They
to
don't
be?
show it. What personality is Alicia showing, bro?
No.
But he's showing like that.
I want show some personality, bro. Alicia's like,
feel
yeah,
like-
I struck the
The
free kick
questions
well.
that I feel like these players are asked are so mundane. I remember even
Yeah.
Haaland was like this in the Bundesliga. They get told, how do you feel after scoring that goal?
How do you want me to feel? I've scored 3 goals.
Like, what do you want me to feel? It was they want me to
I love the Sabitzer one.
Sabitzer, they asked him, they're like, did Man United win the game or did Fulham lose it? He's like, we won it.
He said we scored 3, Fulham scored 1.
Yeah.
There's so many like mundane, terrible questions where I'm like, bro, you didn't do no research, nothing. You couldn't ask him something interesting. This is a 2-minute window you get.
Yeah,
Do you know what they
exactly.
need to do? They need to get podcasters to do the interviews after the
Hey,
game.
they don't want to
yes,
let us loose
I
like
think
that.
should be
They don't
Just
want
like random, like 3 shots of tequila, filthy fellas.
He'll be asking Shaka, yo, how many inches you got?
Yeah, literally. Like they should just ask random podcasts. Yo, go interview the Chelsea game after this. Ask Madrid some questions. Yeah, like what's your white woman body count so
We
far?
get Ferda Alfonso interviewing Gabriel Martinelli at the end of the game.
I'd love that.
What's your HGV count?
You wouldn't understand the thing as well. But nah, like we done what we had to do, man.
Yeah, man.
We
They
done what we
also are
had
the
to.
first team in English football history to win 9 London derbies. I love when you did the agitating, bro. 9 London derbies in a single league campaign.
Hey man, like Kobe said, job not done.
I like that one.
I'm not
Trossard
done.
has the third most Premier League
15
assists.
of them, bro.
Job not done. Right, do you know what I'm waiting for? The day we mathematically have Champions League football.
I think you need
That's the one.
point,
That's
no?
the one. I agree.
Is it one more
I agree.
point?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
because I'm sure
Wait,
Newcastle.
like-
not they're like 15 points behind us or 20
In
points.
6
behind.
more games.
But there's 10 games left in it.
So games
I
before
thought I
last
read
confirmed.
somewhere it was 1 or like 4.
When I see that mathematically Champions League spot there,
Yeah.
tears might come down my eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the day
You haven't
I
seen
hear,
him for 6 years,
Oh
bro.
my God.
Mickey Mouse, bro.
my brother, the day I hear the I'm gonna be like this. Oh my God,
We'll
I'm
do
gonna feel
watch
like
alongs
I'm
in the
playing.
back. Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm gonna be playing.
Never seen him for
Watch
6
along.
years. Yeah.
Man, come on, man. We're all gonna be there.
Yeah,
we're all
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
there.
we
Like,
have to be there.
Sorry, guys, man. We were gonna do watch
we're
along
gonna
for
be
the
there.
Champions League, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Like,
That's slimy.
Nah, I ain't having that. But y'all are a big club about tears.
You
in
haven't
my
seen him
ass
for 6
for
years.
For 6 years. Okay, you haven't won the league for 29 years or whatever, bro.
No,
That
no,
should be
when we
something
win
that
the
you
league,
cry.
What?
when we win the league, I might pitch
That's
it.
the real question.
I might
now.
pitch
I'm
it.
about to ask.
I might pitch it. I might pitch it.
Alright.
Naked as well.
Like that. Hey, naked. Hey.
Kovacic style.
Bro, the parade's gonna be a carny, bro. I'm gonna be whining girls.
I think it's been so long that you guys won a title.
I'm gonna
that
wine
you guys-
Liban as
you
well.
guys have-
Liban needs it. I'm gonna wine Liban. He's been hating on us the whole season. He deserves to get wine.
Let's bring order back in here. Let's go. Trossard has the third most Premier League assists this season with 8. What do you think?
Already?
Bro,
Yeah.
he's
Goddamn.
got the same amount of number of assists at Arsenal already than he had. Like,
In
I
last
think
60,
it's one more at Arsenal than he has.
his
had
last
Brighton this whole time.
64. No, his last 64
Yeah,
Premier
but,
League
think,
appearances.
but Brighton players can't finish, man. At that point,
Yeah,
they'll
the
go
XG was
for
high,
that
but still,
problem.
to not have more than 6.
Good point.
That's
Good
why they
To
just
not
get
have
very
more than
good
6
assists.
assists,
Yeah, exactly.
like it's your strikers for and a bit of you. But
Yeah.
for him to just come in and we went on that 3-game winless streak, then as all the games he's played since then we've won.
Yeah.
Like us signing him over Mudryk, even though a lot of people are like, oh, 25 mil compared to 100 mil, man, he's been the difference. And if we do win the Premier League, he's gonna be like that guy from the season.
Yeah,
You know, when he comes to the games in like 30 years.
You said club legend, right?
He's getting club legend
Henrik
status.
Larsson type shit.
He's gonna get Henry Larsson. He's gonna get like, bro. Yeah. Who else? He's gonna get like Johan Drew treatment when he comes to the games. Everyone's like, yeah, my boy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So like, he deserves it, man. He's been playing elite for us, and a lot of people rated him before he came to us. But then when he came to us, a lot of people were like, oh, I don't know. Now he's proven himself.
Yeah, because you always get the shiny toy syndrome, innit?
Yeah.
It was basically, it was like,
every Arsenal fan wanted Mudryk.
And I was
we wanted
ready.
Caicedo, we got Jorginho.
What were your thoughts
we
on
wanted
Trossard
this-
before Arsenal? Do you think he'd be good?
What, for Arsenal?
No, just in general.
I thought he'd be a squad player for Arsenal.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be starting like this. To be honest.
I don't know what it was.
Was Brighton his level? Or
Brighton.
the exact words from you?
Yeah. Do you know what I meant by that? Would you like to? How did you interpret that? now we're gonna see Liaz's understanding of the game. How did you interpret that? When I said Trossard is Brighton level, and I just said he's Arsenal squad player, I would like to think someone who understands football knows what I mean by that. So I want to hear your interpretation of that.
You said enough.
Okay.
This is the I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
He's
what I
doing the
meant.
Elise thing.
Yeah, bruv.
You become what you
Listen,
hated,
You know
man.
that man like Zaha. What I was saying was man like Zaha, Palace,
Yeah.
regular, week in, week out, you're the star man. Everything goes through. You even saw that with Grealish.
Yeah.
You go to the top 6 side, you're a squad player. You got to be an impact. You got to stake your claim like he's
Literally.
done now.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would make this impact that he's making. Can any Arsenal
none of
fan
us did.
honestly
None of us
say
did.
they did?
100%.
Generally,
I
none of us
thought
did.
he'd contribute here and there.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, fair play to him.
I didn't know he would come and play that false 9 position for us.
I didn't think it was going to be a
I
start.
didn't know he would come play the false 9 position. I thought he was competition for Martinelli. I thought he was
Listen, don't make me press charges on you. You know this guy is wanted for the Paqueta. Odegaard, listen. The streets don't forget. You think the Rashford Martinelli. I let him slide with that one. This man is comparing 50 million flop at West Ham.
Hey,
Was
man.
saying he's better.
Hey, man.
than
Stop
Odegaard.
sitting back in that chair, man. Sit up.
Crazy.
Goddamn.
Crazy. Yeah, you had
you
back.
said
Yeah,
that, man.
You had,
You know what I
man.
mean?
that, man.
He was.
You had, man.
I packed that thing too. As he's always dropping memes in it. Yeah, I packed that thing too.
But back to Palace. Do you think Zaha should leave this season?
No, I just,
Bro, that's going to be a question every season. He's stuck,
They
man.
say every season, but he's got offers. I still believe he should go to Italy, like where he should have gone last season. Roma last year when they wanted him, I think he would
Leave
cook
England.
in Serie A.
Leave England.
He would cook in Serie A.
like
He would
Italy,
cook
France.
at like a Villarreal, Valencia. Well, Valencia like 18. They're like 16.
They're fighting relegation.
He'll cook at like a Sevilla or Villarreal or something like that. Like he'll cook at these like
I think he'll
mid-level
think his
Champions League
his
teams.
level's above that, though.
I think he thinks that, but the age he's at now, a top team's not going to come in, pay 20 something mil for him, 30 mil, give him the wages he wants, and get a performance out of him. So you go to Jose
I'd
Mourinho.
see if he can get. If I was him, I'd go and say to Dortmund, "Listen, let me come be the older statement."
Do you know what I mean?
Kind of amongst
Yeah.
the young
you
bucks.
take my
or
your
whatever.
club.
It's
don't really
weird.
play with
Our
wingers like that.
situation
Yeah.
is kind of weird. Up and
You
down.
got to
I
wait
don't know
until the
what
next
managers
manager
come
comes in and see
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the form
So
is.
Dan Juma's floating around. You got Richarlison 60
Yeah.
million.
Like I
You got
generally
Son
feel like
off
Roma's
form.
like one of the perfect fits for him.
Jose though.
Jose, you get him, you give him like a bit of the free roam on the left, and he'll enjoy himself, and he gets to play European football.
I think in Serie A he thrives. I think them
Serie A, yeah.
them man with
Do you know what's
pace,
crazy?
power.
As much as I rate Kavicha, I'm not saying he'll do the same job as him, but he'll have
Something similar.
Something
Maybe
along
he's
those lines.
actually the Kavisha replacement if they
He'll
decide
be
to do
along
it.
yeah,
those
they might go
lines.
for it.
That's not bad.
They took Ndombele and he's balling out for them. And Ndombele at you guys was a fat slouch. He's a baller. His feet technically is unreal.
that
He's
talent.
Pogba-esque. That level of like technical ability.
Say that again. Say that again.
He's Pogba-esque. The technical
In terms of
ability,
talent, Ndombele is crazy.
but his work rate, his attitude,
want
all
him
that kind of
Nasty.
stuff.
I'd love him back.
Horrible. He's so technical.
For me, I'm one of those who you don't give up on talent.
Yeah.
In my
He's not-
mind,
yeah.
you
Is he still
don't.
on loan?
I'm a
He's
big
still on loan,
fan.
He's
yeah.
on loan, yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
considered
And it's
loan.
like
So,
a
but-
55 million deal. They
Yeah.
ain't taking that.
No.
But like,
They ain't
so
gonna break
they've
like that.
taken in Ndombele and look at him. They've taken in Anguissa. He was at Fulham.
Oh,
Do you know what I
Anguissa's
mean?
been That's true.
They've taken in
amazing
like
for
they've
them,
taken like teams in Serie A have taken like Smalling, and they've made them these really good players like for that level. So
Yeah.
I feel like Zaha
Even
could go there.
Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan, he's still kicking. Look at Sanchez in League 1. He scored a double
Abraham,
yesterday.
yeah.
Like Tammy Abraham, you could go from the Premier League and be a mid-table, lower league player,
But still
and
perform at a very
be
good
as and have as much quality as Zaha has. Go to there and be a player of your own.
The problem is, I think Zaha definitely wants to play Champions League football.
And I feel like he can in Serie A
Yeah.
or like a France.
Yeah.
But it'll be difficult what team gets him.
I hear. I think
Yeah.
he should definitely leave though. He's in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
situation where it's
Bro,
like,
he's
bro,
had some countless years where he should
you've
have left.
literally held your
Well,
hostage
listen,
years.
Exactly. Well, Shark is not here right now to give his percentage, so do you want to fill it in? Do you want to tell?
What was his percentage before?
I think he tweeted 72.
72.
I think.
Because City have a game in hand.
What's your percentage?
And Haaland sent.
I'm gonna stick at 72. I'm sticking.
Okay, so he's going
I'm
with the Sharky one. I'll stick with 72
because they have a game in hand. I think Haaland. They've City as usual. They've picked up stride, man, and pissed off.
Yeah. And Belly about to come back to Spurs with his medal to Harry Kane.
Hey, more winners at the club.
Exactly.
We'll claim every medal we got.
They picked up stride and it's scary, man. They just scored how many goals in like the last week?
Early insanity, bro.
Yeah, literally. Guy just picks up the match ball and says, "Hey, do you want to see it?" You know what I mean? Like, "Hey, Jack, do you want to see the ball?" Like,
well, let's move over to Stamford Bridge, man. Let's go to Chelsea. I want to see
Chelsea.
I want to
Chelsea.
speak about them.
Chelsea. I hate that, and I hate Chelsea. I hate them that meaty stadium, man. I'm so happy they drew 2-2.
Did you love the fact they drew 2-2?
I'm so happy, and they got that meaty guy Sims who scored against them as well. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy, man. Guy came from the Championship. Sean Dyche was like, "I need a big striker." He got him, and he scored 1 goal.
So
that's him. He cashed in his 1 goal this season.
A few Everton fans saying, "Hey, man, sell DCL, make him our main."
I said my stuff about DCL.
Yeah,
I said my stuff about
DCL
DCL.
is a full-time model now, bro.
Bro, bro. I said 2 years ago he's the bottom 3 strikers in the Premier League. He's still there for me.
Wait, hold on. You said that.
I said that 2 years ago, and I said it 2 years ago when he was actually doing well.
I love that.
Where he was
I
doing well.
love people who make claims like that when someone's stock is hot.
I watched him and I was like, this guy. Footballers are footballers. They're there for a reason. Yeah, they're good for a reason.
You saw through the purple. But he's Ronaldo-esque though.
I saw through the purple because he can jump high.
He's gonna jump high, man.
My brother,
he's not jump, bro. That's
black,
Ronaldo.
Man. He's meant to jump high. He's black. He's meant to jump high, man. He's got the black jeans in him, man. He's meant to jump high, man. He's got them jeans in him.
Everyone disrespected on that one, man. So you said his leap wasn't like Ronaldo at one point?
No. That comparison was uncalled for. That was a nasty.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that just to get Rise out Lears.
Yeah, that was a bit disgusting.
I did that to get Rise out Lears still, but I got that still. What did we think about that game? The Chelsea 2-2. I mean, Chelsea went, what was it, 1-0 up. Everton brought it back 1-1, then 2-1, then 2-2. I think what did Felix do again to Pickford when he scored the penalty? He did something to him. He was just like he started.
Did he taunt him?
That one. Yeah,
did he taunt Pickford? I didn't even see that. Yeah,
it was hilarious.
That's what Graham Potter said.
What did he say? Oh, what did he say now?
The celebration. He was like, because they asked him about it. They're like, yeah, personally, I don't think it's too wise to celebrate in front of another team, but also I never got the chance to do it, so I wouldn't really know. Or he said something along those lines, but just some
sitting on the fence, man.
Super weak answer, bro.
Yeah,
I like that, man. That's funny, bro. I'm like, yo, man's saying, I want a baller, man. Let the ballers do what they do, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was in Austin.
I feel like over the last week the last couple of weeks, Potter's showing a bit more personality.
Did you see we're going to win
won the FA Champions League. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I think Chelsea are going to give him time, regardless of the match.
Regardless of fans.
If they were going to sack him, they would have sacked him by now.
Yeah, and I think at some point like that, I look at the names on the team sheet. I'm like, this squad is too talented to fail. They've got to get it right, even if it's not this season, next season.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't keep dropping results where it's looking bad for you this year, because then it starts. Next year, you've got no room for failure, I think.
He needs to go on that. If they keep going like this, he needs to go on that 5 minute, not 5 minute, that 5 game winning streak at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but I felt like for the last 2 or 3 weeks, they were starting to build a little momentum, and it was like, hey, Potter era's beginning. But then, boom. Yeah. This is just kind of reset it back to, for me, I think they've got to use this as a blip. They can't let this kind of shroud it.
Yeah.
But look at their lineup. They got Fofana, Koulibaly, Chilwell, James.
Koulibaly got spun at the end as well.
He got spun at the end.
Was that away at Everton?
It was at home. It was at Stamford Bridge. Yeah.
So that's the part where I think it's annoying.
But it's one of those ones where how much can it be Potter's fault? Whereas it's the player's responsibility as well.
Oh, 100%.
Like Koulibaly getting spun like that. Like,
bro,
he's like probably telling them,
but when I
can't do shit about that.
When I did see the game, I saw they brought on. They keep doing this as well. In the last few weeks, the 60th minute, Gallagher on.
Yeah.
And that is the same to Oli, the Twanzebe move. That's we're inviting pressure now. We're going to have this centre mid who just does his bleep test during the game, and then we're going to concede. And they've been doing it the last few weeks where they have that 1 goal lead and they just say, we're not going to be progressive anymore. We're going to bring on the defensive guys and we're going to try hold the result, which I think is so negative. But
they're doing it to the Leeds, to the Evertons.
Yeah, but I do hear it when you're a manager like Potter and you need results. You just get desperate and you're just like, I'm going to put out the defensive players.
It was working for them for a while.
I think Chelsea fans and football fans in general are too quick to jump on each side of the fence over like a few good results. Okay, Potter back in. I see what he's trying to do now. Few bad results. Oh, he's got to go. I think people should just stay level-headed when it comes to Chelsea and Graham Potter. The last few weeks have been good, but it doesn't erase everything we've seen throughout the season. The fact is, they're still 10th, bro.
Yeah.
Even with all those good results that they've had, they're still 10th.
Yeah.
So let's wait until what happens at the end of the season. I'm with you. Next season, they must start hot, bro. I don't care what happens this year. They must start like first 5 games, 6 games. They're a top 4 contender.
And it's looking like they're not going to. It looks like they're not going to have European football, so they need to have that.
And I think
And they need to trim that squad because I saw that video of them in the gym. And it looked like, someone said it looks like pure gym. Bro, there was like 40 man in there, bro. There was like 40 man in there. 100. Like, you're looking one way, there's people doing kick-ups. You see some guys doing workouts. You see some guys talking to the coaches. Some guys talking to each other. There's so many guys in there. It's like, you need to trim that squad. He's got a 31-man squad that he's training every week. Like, you need to trim that down to 20.
The thing, I think Potter's been treated unfairly so far this season, man. A lot of people saying that he hasn't. I mean...
Listen,
he's been treated unfairly, bro.
I don't think so.
I think he's been mad
unfair. He's in 10th place.
Yeah.
He spent $600 million.
You know better than this. Me and you, we went through this with Arteta.
We went through this.
And I used to say Arteta out at the beginning. When we went for the first 3 games where we lost.
I haven't said Graham Potter out, though. I'm saying you can still critique him. You can still... He does not deserve massive credit for this. He's been at Chelsea.
Let me ask you a question. What manager do you think can come into that situation, get 600 million, no preseason,
and have the team getting better results since he's been here than Graham Potter? I think there's a few.
Nah, I think it's more difficult than you would anticipate.
We're not going to pretend like this Chelsea team.
It's very difficult than you would. Like, look at that, no preseason. So you're already being thrown to. You're midway for a job, right? You're being thrown on after. Was it before the World Cup? He was there.
Yeah, he's been there since October.
He actually had a good run before the World Cup as well. They come in January. He's like, here's 10 new signings, 5 to 10 new signings. We want you to integrate them into the team because we spend a lot of money on them. These players are coming from a system that. For the first half of the season, they've been playing another system at another team, and now they're coming to Chelsea and they have to learn this Potter system halfway through the season. Now, Potter has to got to talk about. Now, there's also a language barrier as well because you're introducing a lot of players into a new country, into a new system, and now you're teaching them a whole new system in the Premier League, one of the hardest leagues in the world. And it's a hard job to do. I think he's been scapegoated, man. I think he's been unfair.
I get both sides of the argument because it is a tough situation to walk in on. I think for any manager.
I'm not saying I expected a manager.
But the thing is I do hear what you're saying as well.
There's managers that came in.
There's still things. I like, for example, I don't think Chelsea had any identity whatsoever up until about maybe 2 weeks ago, where you started to see some patterns of play. And especially for a coach who was prided on, he's a tactician. He's a great working, little cute moves at Brighton. And then you came Chelsea, and it was for like 9 weeks. We saw nothing, basically. And it was like, hold on. You've been given quality on top of that as well to improve the scrubs like Aubameyang or whatever. We still haven't seen any improvement. So I hear where you're coming from. But then it is a tough situation to walk in on.
I'm not saying like Graham Potter should have taken over the team and gotten these signings and all of a sudden they're challenging for top 4.
No, I know what you mean.
There's been much
you're trying to see a little fragment of what, like a little bit of Potter.
Football at the end of the day is about results.
Do you not think the Champions League qualification was that, though? Bro, Do you not think the Champions League qualification was that, though?
I give him
like, that was like the first almost, all right, we can progress now. That's why I feel like this result, I'm not even reading into it too much as well, because I'm looking on the other side and, bro, it's Sean Dyche. That's Sean Dyche's real men.
Exactly.
They're fighting for points and fighting for their lives.
They'll take anything at this point.
They will take anything. And you see that midfield, they're bullies in there. And I feel like Chelsea, at the moment, they've got a soft centre. They've got quality there. Yeah. But if you get at them enough, you can get them. And I think Sean Dyche, he sniffs that within teams.
Yeah.
Last 30 minutes, you could see that. They were all over them. So it's a matter of, all right, Koulibaly's the weak link. Get it to Sims. We'll get busy. Something came off. So for me, I look at the other side as well, and I'm like, Everton got their shit off, but I do hit.
They shouldn't be losing at home.
For sure.
I look at this Chelsea team. I always say a team is a reflection of its manager. I look at this Chelsea team as soft at the moment. And I also look at Graham Potter as someone who... I just don't see him inspiring his team at the moment, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't see Ten Hag.
Yeah.
He wants everyone to be Ten Hag.
It's not even about
irresistible swing.
It's not even about that. It's not even about that. But you look at the past few managers Chelsea have had. I look at just Tuchel in general. Tuchel's a presence on the touchline.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And at some points, like I feel like people will say, it doesn't really matter what a manager is saying. Like, you're reading too much into that. It's more about tactics.
Yeah, but only could see them for
during a 90-minute game. You can only influence a game so much. So, bro, when your team looks over at the manager and he's got his hands in his pockets, like, and he's just kind of watching, and he's saying, I wouldn't know about what it's like to celebrate in front of him.
Yeah.
Inspire your team, brother. Come on, give me some.
No. Because that's why I said I liked it when he showed a bit of personality at first. Because at first I almost felt like he was walking around the new kid at school, like, I need to get my hair cut and skin fade. I need to wear a suit.
I remember you got skin fade.
Like, yes, I'm the Chelsea manager and we're going to do well and we're going to get points. Bro, like, show some life. Be yourself a little bit for me. That's why now, even though it's kind of nerdy what he's saying and a bit like, whatever, but it's him being himself. And I'm like, I think the players will respect you more for that rather than you just pretending to be like
something you're not.
Yeah, something you're not. And it felt like for the first couple of weeks, he was just almost like grateful to be there.
Bro,
He was literally like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Like, it's like, come on, man.
Exactly.
Play your part, bro.
Prove that you've
earned the right to be here. Now show us.
The problem I had with all Chelsea fans I spoke to is that, like we said a few minutes ago, they don't have an identity
at all.
Like he's been there now about 6 months, and they don't have a style of play yet. They're still either at the beginning it was 4-3-3, it didn't work. Now it's back to 5 at the back, still not working. It's Enzo clipping the ball out to the wing backs.
New Xabi Alonso.
It's Jorginho again. So he's doing the exact same thing Jorginho's doing, wearing the same number. He just doesn't have. Jorginho just didn't have the legs like Enzo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, Enzo's not a 6.
No, he's not. He's
not a 6.
He's someone you want to put next to a 6.
You put him next to Jorginho.
Enzo,
you don't put him as the 6 by himself. Do you know what I mean? But
Enzo was brilliant that game, by the way.
No, I know he's been playing good for them. But they like Potter looks at him like, you're going to be my 6. And then the fans are looking 120 mil. And there's like all this like different stuff going on, and we have no style of play.
The biggest one for me, right, is the situation up front. Because João Felix, although I like him as a player, for me hasn't done enough since he's been at Chelsea. And I didn't think he would either. Like I said, João Felix for me should have gone to an Arsenal or should have gone to a United.
Yeah.
And I think especially when Nkunku comes next season, Chelsea needs someone that all these guys, which I call forwards, bro, FAUX words, like they're fake 9s, bro. They need someone to play off of, bro. Like Havertz should not be leading your line, and Nkunku will not be the one who's leading your line. Same with João Felix. So you have too many of the same guys.
9.
You need someone that all these guys can play off of.
Victor Osimhen.
Romelu Lukaku.
But you know what's crazy? Lukaku's coming back.
Yeah, see?
Does Potter say, all right, you give me a month in the summer to prove to me that you can be my striker?
Maybe.
Does he say that to him? Or does Todd Bowley say, yeah, you're out the window? As soon as he comes in. Has he had the conversation and said, yo, you're gone? Pardon?
Inter will take the deal.
Inter already said, Inter said, you're indebted to me. Yeah. And they said, but we're not signing you. That's basically them saying, you go back and say, terminate my contract, come back for free. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
They just finessed Chelsea for 90 mil. And then they got him back on loan. They're sending him back now.
Is it a 2-year loan as well?
No, he's back this summer. He's back this summer. So he's going to go back. And is he going to come back in and Potter's going to say, you could potentially be my number 9? Because Aubameyang's not there. He's on 300 bags a week. He's partying up his life away.
Yeah. He was there after the El Clasico.
He's enjoying himself. Let him enjoy. He's finessing Chelsea right now. He's not in the Champions League squad. He doesn't play Premier League.
You saying invited to the parade?
Nah, never.
Impossible.
My brother wore the Chelsea top when he went there.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's poor from him, man.
I
was happy when he went to Barca because he went on like I'm gonna go on a free.
But he was kind of almost like
he was pushed out. But of course,
he didn't willingly go to Chelsea.
No, but when you watch the doc,
personally, I'm just like Arsenal fans. I feel like being a little harsh.
Now, when I watched the doc, I was like, I understand why he cut.
Is that the Mudryk?
Yeah, and it's like when you see the doc as well, it's like it wasn't.
Do you know what made me laugh?
Arteta was almost trying to be like, hey, you know what? I need to kick someone out.
Yeah,
you. Captain.
I'm gonna make
an example of you.
Arteta said there was a catalogue of like stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that. Like you said, I've documented everything. Every time, every place he's done the transgression.
For me, the funny one is about how Arsenal fans treat Fabregas, bro.
I still love him.
It's weird.
I know so many Arsenal fans who despise him with Chelsea. But bro, he wanted to come back. Wenger said he didn't want him anymore.
Wenger was a bit petty.
But he left us at our lowest point. He did not leave you at your lowest point. No. When we lost 8-2.
No, he had left you.
That's not our lowest point.
He had already left you at that point, bro.
That was the summer. That was the transfer window.
Okay, but
it was him and Nasri that left in the same window.
I get you, but
the problem was Nasri, Sanya, if I'm not mistaken,
no, it was
shortly after as well. Clichy, sorry, before as well.
It's Clichy,
Fabregas for me at that point was almost like the, all right, guys, you know what? It's okay to leave Arsenal. Had he stayed, I felt like guys at Nasri maybe would have stayed a little bit longer.
Fabregas started the whole thing.
Fabregas was the worst kept secret that he wanted to go back to Barcelona, bro.
Remember they used to put
they forced the top one turn out. No, but that's besides the point. The point is everyone no Arsenal fan held it against him for going to Barca. That's not why they don't like him. They just like him because he went to Chelsea. But he only went to Chelsea because Arsenal had the option to buy him. They had a contractual option to buy him before anyone could even make a bid. did.
Yeah.
And Wenger said no.
We had Cazorla and Ozil,
Yeah.
yeah. Me personally, Arsenal should have tried to make that work.
Of course, bro.
Should have. Fabregas is the quality of him.
Part of the youth
Invincibles as well.
Yeah,
No, he's part of the youth
the
coaching
academy.
team now, isn't he? Now.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Him and
Sure,
Jack-
him and Jack-
Fabregas was my favorite player growing up, so I have
I love
bias
Fabregas.
there.
No,
But-
I'm the same with you. I loved Fabregas growing
Same.
up. Like him, a centre mid wearing the number 4 like he did.
Hated
That was
him.
playing so like further up the boots. Of course, you hate him. Tottenham fan. I hear
But
it.
I can't lie to you. Put me onto the CTR 360.
That's what I was gonna say.
and red
Red
ones.
and black. I was about to say.
When
Yeah.
he cooked us from the halfway line, there's something about them losing us.
With Chelsea, like I can see they got no style of play.
We got a Chelsea correspondent here actually. His name is CFC_disciple.
As a disciple. I thought it would have been like CFC mod or these Twitter guys.
He said a long things. I'm gonna talk about fragments.
Get a job.
It is our correspondence, all right.
No, do you know how I read it? I read every single.
No,
Okay, first.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah. I knew that was
That's
coming.
hard. Kylian Mbappe is the new captain of the French national team.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
At 24, that's hard. And Adebayor also just retired from football.
Varane retired.
No,
I thought it'd be Pogba.
not Varane.
Was just not considered anymore. Or Griezmann.
No, Kucci Varane. I think he retired. I think Varane retired. Varane retired.
Doing this.
I was gonna say I thought they'd give it to Pogba or Griezmann, but no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll go back to Chelsea. He said that CFC_disciple said, Potter, this guy generally makes no sense to football. His in-game substitutions were an absolute joke. He got how much money spent from in summer, and these were his subs. I still know how to say his name. Chukwuemeka, RLC, Gallagher, and Chalobah. How can you have that much quality on the bench, the likes of Mudryk and Madueke, and you decide to bring on these types of players? It was disgraceful. He brought on Gallagher, we concede. We score, and he decides to try and go as defensive as possible, and then we still manage to concede. I don't understand how that's possible. Real things need to change because this manager has the IQ of Fuizzi. So
Okay, I agree with him because he sent a shot at Fuizzi. I agree with him. Yeah. He sent a shot at Fuizzi.
You're speaking a lot of facts now.
He was right about everything he said there.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I mean, Chelsea have not lost against Southampton.
To be honest, man, I'm so happy Chelsea are down.
Can I ask you guys a question though?
I hate Chelsea the most in the Premier League.
We
They're
say
the biggest
that
team
though,
I hate.
yeah, but if they miss out on Europe, that's big problems for everyone next year. You know that.
No, 100%.
No, because do you know I don't think it's big problems. I still think Graham Potter will be sacked by December this year.
Every year Chelsea have missed European football, they've won the title.
Of course,
Yeah,
but
Conte.
I think Potter will get sacked and then they'll go through this similar process once more.
I think that's
what
They
happened.
go get like a Luis Enrique then, and then it's.
But he might be going to.
curtains.
If he goes to Atletico, how's he coming to Chelsea? Do you know what I mean?
Tottenham might look
Like João Felix looks like he wants to go back to Atletico.
That's my question. That's the question. If you guys are Todd Bowley,
Yeah.
are you buying João Felix?
Apparently they already look at him.
They want him,
Hell no.
but if João Felix hears Luis Enrique is going to Atletico, and now he has a
style of play.
style of play and a very good manager, he stays at Atletico.
Let's say João Felix wants to stay at Chelsea.
If he wants to say, I think Todd Bowley's.
You know,
I'm asking if you're Todd Bowley, would you resign him?
Oh, am I re-signing him? No, he's the biggest. I think he's the biggest luxury player in Premier League right now.
Is that the Ozil kind of vibe for you?
He's the biggest luxury player.
he's a jugadora kind of guy. He loves
I
it,
like
man.
João.
I love João. Every time he
like
touches
João.
the ball,
João's
he gets me
amazing.
on my feet. He's a player that gets you on your feet, but when he does not have the ball, having him and Kai Havertz on the pitch at the same time,
Two holograms. I
Bro,
agree.
it's
I
suicide.
wouldn't sign him because I don't think he fits for Chelsea. I
Yeah.
think they need to go a different direction,
do, yeah.
especially when Kunku coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But I like him as a player.
same. Like he would genuinely would have been perfect
For you guys
us.
or
in
for
the
even
Trossard
for
role
us,
now.
bro?
He would have been perfect.
For us,
For
he
you
would've been
guys
perfect.
in that Weghorst role, instead of having Weghorst in the 10, it would be
Yeah,
amazing.
I
Because
agree.
Arsenal
That's
and
the same
United both
thing,
wanted
bro.
them on that, but we weren't willing to pay that loan fee. It was like
Yeah,
13 million.
Bro, it's
So I'm not paying
bro, it's
that.
800 grand a week Chelsea are playing. Paying.
And he missed
till-
the first 3
You know
games.
what I mean? He missed the first 3 games. They're paying 800 grand for the loan a week.
Yeah, man.
Like that's crazy. That's 4 or 5 players, bro. That's 3 very good players you're paying for.
Yeah.
And he's when they don't have the ball, he's like so. Obviously, I understand, but he's so defensively unaware because he's such a luxury player. So I don't know what Chelsea do with him,
Yeah.
but he's an amazing player. Like I
Didn't
love
he
him.
just extend his
Kaka,
contract another
yeah, he
year
did.
before
Yeah, he did.
left
He's
as
a
well?
he's a Kaka.
Price is not going down.
What's the word? He's a Kaka.
Nah, he just looks like him.
Oh,
bro.
hell no.
Kaka like that. Kaka's a physical specimen.
No. Kaka was Kaka was moving mental.
was an athlete, bro.
6'1", and he was.
Hanks and Evra doing up this.
Oh Kaka
I
was
like Felix. I ain't dying for this.
No, Kaka was a specimen. I like that. Kaka's a man. Kaka's a man. João Felix got a bad B and he does this. He does this on the pitch.
He's the bad B version.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I respect it.
They got the same hair, but bro.
Yeah, he just does this all the time on the pitch. And then he's
Let's
done.
move on to the next game. Let's go to. I really want to speak about this game. It's Leeds 4-2 against Wolves. That was a very interesting game. It was away to Wolves as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I thought Lopetegui was doing quite well.
He has been doing well,
but then it's like this
have
game,
those blips.
and this is a crazy blip as well. They got 2 red cards in this game as
Yeah.
well.
I won't blame him though for this one. I'm looking at Johnny
plays.
Otto
Yeah.
in particular as well. You scored a nice slammer,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
I'm
That was a
sorry,
good goal.
when the team is on the comeback as well,
Yeah.
the momentum's there.
3-0 back to 3-2. You're like,
Bro.
okay, let's go.
Let's go, and then you go and do some silly challenge like that. I'm sorry, and man nearly broke his ankle. That
He
was
got a
almost
yellow
like
card initially.
initially,
Yeah.
and then man had to look at VAR, bro. It was like that the Shawcross
the
all
Ramsey
over
one.
again, bro. It was
Yeah.
borderline that.
Yeah.
It was
It was a
nuts.
bad
So for
tackle,
me,
bro.
I was
Yeah,
like,
bad
yo,
tackle.
as soon as that happened, game over.
Yeah, he lost
Fourth
his
goal
hand.
went
He
in.
genuinely
It's
lost
a
his
wrap.
hand.
Even the goal they conceded when Adama got, even though he was a foul, they
But
all
played-
stopped.
like you said, played
3
to
of
the
them
whistle.
stopped.
Yeah.
The centre back Adama and I think it was Martino next to him. They all 3 of them stopped, and then the guy Somerville just turns 1 through ball.
Adama for me in that situation was disgraceful.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Because, bro,
yeah,
the
yeah.
ball is still there to be. It's
Yeah.
not like someone took the ball off him, passed it forward. You're
Yeah.
out of the picture. It was right there.
Like,
He just
yeah.
gave up.
Yeah.
Martino is someone of his experience.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
been in the game for years.
Coutinho for me is
And him
disappointing,
stopping.
but Traore is like, you can't be in
Yeah.
relegation fights with players like this, bro.
No, you can't.
No, it's true. It's true. And listen,
Credit
I've got
Leeds as well,
Rodrigo
man.
again as well, man. Rodrigo's how many goals he got
11
this season?
11 league
I'd
goals.
say 11 league goals. Yeah.
we had a Wolves fan correspondent as well, probably not SN. He said horrible performance on our part. We dominated in terms of possession, but lacked the finishing. Shots registering 22 shots with only 8 on target. Furious at certain referees' decision, especially sending Nunes off from the bench and the red card for Johnny. So he's fuming at that decision.
I'm sorry. there
Also, the
is
foul on Adam
yeah.
leading to the 4th goal. So
There is no way you're looking at that Johnny tackle and telling me that's not
that-
red
No,
I'm
card.
fuming at the
that's
referee
red.
decision.
That is
The
a
one
straight
I'll be
red.
annoyed at as a Wolves fan is the Adama one.
Yeah,
that is a
that's
foul.
it. Yeah.
And I feel like in a situation like that, maybe VAR gets involved.
Even the
Because
Nunes one. But the Nunes one's kind
Nunes
of
was
weird.
a red card on the bench. Like, they didn't show it, yeah.
Because they said it was for like offensive language. I'm like, bro, brother don't even speak English. He never touched out
He
last
must have
week.
said something crazy.
What do you
Guy
think
must have been Portuguese. Referee must have been Portuguese.
Yeah.
He must be speaking
It's about
Portuguese.
something similar to what Marco Silva said on the weekend as well.
Yeah,
when
Marco
he
Silva,
got
yeah.
red card
I'd love
as
to hear
well.
that one.
Because he already went to the guy and then left immediately got red card.
Nuts, bro. He must have told him about his mum.
cutting deep.
Yeah, exactly.
He must have told him about his mum.
They're saying him and Mitrovic are gonna have extended bans too. So
I
Silva,
saw
Is it?
Mitrovic might get half a season ban, which is crazy.
Bro, hands on ref.
As in,
You gotta
sorry,
remember,
half season, as in 6
Canio
games.
got like,
games. Yeah.
the Canio
Oh,
got
yeah,
like
it's half the
10
season
games.
that's left. Okay.
Half of what's left, sorry.
Yeah,
not like half of
6
a whole
months.
season. No, because Ivan Toney's not getting 6
Gibbs
months.
gone
So if Mitrovic
mad.
gets 6 months,
Crazy.
yeah. If Mitrovic gets 6 months, Ivan Toney's
Well,
Mitrovic
and Tony linking up.
Ivan Toney's getting life.
25.
6 months, bro.
Easy.
But he also said Leeds were very dangerous on the counter. Managed to score 4 against us. I feel like we still lack a clinical striker. We need a proven striker who actually finished. Jimenez is lacking at that moment. Just 2 more points. Cunha scored his first goal in the Prem for us, but the scoreline overshadowed that. With all the teams below us having games in hand, apart from Southampton, I'm extremely worried about whether we will survive, or in that case, we do get relegated. We have nobody to blame but ourselves.
Who's their manager? What's his name again?
Julian
Lopetegui.
Lopetegui.
No, the Leeds one.
Xavi Gracia.
Javi Gracia, innit? He used to be the Watford manager,
Watford
right?
one,
Yeah, like
Javi Gracia.
he's come into a
It's
job
Gracia. Yeah.
that might be virtually impossible to save. He's come from Bielsa, who was Hard Rock Football, to Jesse Marsh, who was I'm going to be your dad, and we're gonna try. And then, I don't know what's that. I'm going to be your dad, and it's the United States of Leeds, and then you've got Javi Gracia, who's a Spanish manager who likes to, a bit technical.
Yeah.
And he's come to this team where they still want to play the Hard Rock Football, and I feel like that's very
worked
hard
for
for him to. What? The Hard Rock Football?
As in they won 4-2.
No, I know they won 4-2.
Oh, but it won't be
I still feel
consistent.
like it's not consistent enough for them.
Okay.
I think they're gonna stay up.
Like, you think so?
Yeah.
I think it was be
Annoyingly,
difficult
yeah.
for them
Cool
to
right
stay
now,
up.
you know?
I think bro, the relegation battle is better than the Premier League battle right now.
It's crazy the gap received 12, 27 points and all the way down is like 22 points. But then
Yeah.
if you go from 11th to Aston Villa, it's 38 points. So it's like
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah.
It's like too many leagues going on at the same
West
time.
Ham's involved. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like, all these teams could potentially go down. But I feel like Leeds is a tough job right now. I feel like
It is.
I feel like it's a tough
There's a
job
lot
because
of
there's
different identities.
because you
throughout
got
the team,
Bournemouth
yeah.
pretty much gone down. I feel like they've gone
The
down.
thing with Leeds, I would say you at least have some quality there.
Yeah,
that
they
you
do
can
have a
rely
bit
on.
of quality.
The
Yeah.
Brendan
I think
Aaronsons.
every single team down there has quality, bro. Like I don't know
They
if you guys
do,
are.
yeah.
Southampton's the one.
No,
maybe.
I think even
I feel like Southampton's got
Southampton have
Nah, more
gems.
Bournemouth, I would say.
Southampton have gems, but up front, who do they have? They're the only ones that I think are genuinely toothless.
They got Che
No,
Adams.
Them and Bournemouth potentially.
But I think Southampton, like you could argue, they play some of the best football down there still, bro.
Yeah, till it gets to there. That's what Brighton used to be guilty of.
Yeah.
Like
Fair.
build up all the way there
No,
and
my-
then
my-
finish
my whole
more
point,
pay.
I think
Yeah,
Southampton will go
exactly.
down too, but I'm saying you look all around the league down there. I think there's quality. All like this is for me is is probably going to
Super
be
League, Premier
the
Super
most high quality relegation battle
Yeah, yeah.
ever, bro. I remember last year was who? Watford, Norwich, and Burnley.
Yeah.
3 dead
That smells.
teams.
Whoever
This
goes
year,
down
whoever
of
goes
these
down,
three-
there will be players from each of those teams that got picked up by better Premier League.
And whoever goes down, if they keep the core of that team, they'll come
They'll
straight
come
back
straight
up.
back up.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll
Promise
do a
you.
Burnley,
Yeah.
win the
Promise
league
you, bro.
with
Yeah,
20
I
points. to
And
go.
even with the parachute payment again.
Yeah,
they're definitely
again,
trying to
that crazy
agree
200 mil
completely.
payment, you know what I mean? Like, they're all going to be laughing down there, but that relegation battle is looking juicy.
All right, go good stat for you. I said Javi Gracia has now won as many Premier League away games in charge of Leeds this season as Jesse Marsh.
Yeah, God, he was an ass man.
And there was one. That's one.
Ted Lasso.
He was a good dude.
He was a good dude, man.
He was not a good dude.
Only good thing,
Allow it, man.
Only good thing about him is brought Gnonto to the Premier League. That's it.
Oh, he's been quality though. He's
That's
been
it.
really
That's,
good.
that's the only good thing he's done.
No. Wait.
nice
What about Weber?
Who?
Maximilian Woba.
Maximilian
Weber.
Weber.
I thought you meant the Brian centre back Weber.
Oh, no.
But that's
Weber.
Webster. That's Webster as well. But yeah, no, Jesse Marsh in the mud right now, man. R.I.P. Bozo. R.I.P. Bozo, man.
Do you know,
That guy was wearing
what I
drip
love
on
about
the
them
on the sideline as well. Like, he was doing too much, man. He was doing too much.
Yeah, but a lot of Leeds fans were saying that Weber was it Weber?
Weber, yeah.
One man of the match. They said to him, they said that he's the reason why the rest of the Leeds black. And there's
Black line?
Black line. Yeah, the black line.
Black Lives Matters. Yeah.
The back line looks more calm and composed.
Yeah.
There's also a 5 GA for Harrison in the last 4 games.
Now, Harrison's been balling out last year.
Yeah. Goal,
Goals.
assist, and an own goal, I think. in one
I think
game.
I said it to Sharks, but he never
I think it's a
mentioned it.
buying
But
game.
it's like five players have that record for themselves.
Rooney, I think, is one of them.
Rooney did that as well, yeah.
He's like Harvey Barnes adjacent. I feel
Yeah.
like almost.
Yeah.
And it's
Harrison.
crazy
I like that.
because he played in MLS.
Yeah.
Like, he played with Pello.
First draft pick.
Yeah, he played with Pello, yeah.
Villa, Pirlo, that
Yes,
whole-
yeah.
Lampard,
David Villa, them man. He
Yeah,
was
David
hard.
Villa, Pello and him.
He was like the gem picked up from university.
Yeah.
He's got that.
Dude, I'm scarred. He's English as well.
You know how English people, when they go over there, they start talking American. They all do that.
British people, when they come to the US,
Yeah.
exaggerate their British accent even more.
Nah, that's round the bitches.
Yeah.
That's the random man, and we go, yo,
yeah.
start talking like
Okay, now you're right,
yo,
you're
dead
right,
ass,
you're
B.
right, you're right.
Dead ass B.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
With a girl, oh my god.
yeah, I'm from Essex, yeah. Where you from? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oi, lads, when we meeting up?
Got some tea and crumpets.
I've been exaggerating my. Yeah, you know, man, from New York, B.
Nasty.
Listen, Leeds are what? How many points are they? 2 points away from the drop zone. Where are Wolves? They're 3 points away from the drop zone. It's a tight relegation race, man.
So good.
Go for it. So who did you guys get? Who do you still have going down?
The 3
relegation?
picks.
Yeah.
I've still got Southampton.
Damn,
I
West
think-
Ham are there.
Yeah, bro.
Down to 18.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I've got West Ham. That is
crazy.
You got West Ham going down?
I've got West Ham to go down. I think the David Moyes thing ain't working.
I'm surprised they haven't sacked him.
I'm
Genuinely thought they would have sacked him in January.
because the last 2 times he came, he saved them because
Yeah.
it was like, breath of fresh air. I feel like now he's almost like the
Too far
stale
gone now.
voice, bro.
Yeah.
The players aren't playing for him. His tactics aren't working. Like, nothing is working. There's no form players. The jammy Antonio and Souček shit you used to do that ain't working. Bro, this is free fall, essentially, how I see it. It's Declan Rice and inshallah.
Yeah.
Get us out with some
If
passion.
West Ham get relegated, like, what the prices of these guys going to go at? Oh, yeah, you guys are looking
this is
at
shopping time.
Oh.
I love showing these big. I'm hoping Leicester, come on, it's an invitation. Let's go.
Indeed, come here.
We need that.
Give me Madison.
Give me 2 more.
Give me Rice. Give me all these players.
Nah,
man.
this
Bro,
relegation battle.
2 more.
What about you? Who'd you have?
I got Bournemouth, Southampton, Everton.
You said, what was it?
Oh
West-
wait! I didn't give the third one. Actually,
yeah.
I would say Bournemouth is the third one. Actually,
Bournemouth, Southampton,
Everton
West
are
Ham.
struggling because they've played 2 more games. They've played
Everton.
2 games more than Everton. Yeah, they've
their
played
manager?
2 games more.
Sure.
Sean
that
Dyche,
manager?
Sean
The
Dyche.
one who got relegated last
Don't want to
year.
hear it.
They
The one who
played
got
2 games
relegated
more than
last
West
year.
Ham and
12th
1 game more
place.
than the other team.
12th place.
12th place.
Hype, bro. Where they at right now?
They are 15th.
15th.
They are
Book
15th.
it.
That is crazy.
12th place.
That relegation
Everton are
battle
going
looking
down.
tasty.
Well, let's look.
Everton.
Yeah. Let's talk about the team that's just below Everton.
There's no one there that I
Don't
want
go
as
for
well. They can stay up.
Mari Gray.
West Ham go down.
Dwight
Declan Rice.
McNeil.
Declan Rice, come here,
That's
boy.
why I want them to go down. They for me, like I said, all these teams have quality. They got that hench midfield 3, bro. Okay, Onana, Doucouré. They got
They got that black man midfield. That's what you meant to say. They got that black.
say
They got black. They got blacked in there. They got that BBC in there, man. They got that BBC in there, man. West Brom off the set. I saw the chair tip.
Hey, yo, no, but they have no real quality in that team, bro. Like, there's no players that they get relegated. No one's like.
They still got Coleman.
Yeah, bro, come on.
They got
Seamus
Mikalenko.
Coleman's the new Tony Hibbert, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. They got Mikalenko. Like they got just.
He's on like 120 bags a week.
Yeah, man. They just got bums everywhere. They got Sims.
That's why I hope
They
they
got
go
DCL.
down. Everton need to eat a championship for a few seasons.
Yeah.
They need to
They're the only.
It's crazy because they're about to open. They're trying to build a new stadium. What's the point of building a new stadium?
Nah, postpone that shit.
Yeah, they need to reinvest the funds into the team first.
It was like who was it that went relegated to the championship, but they had like a Premier League stadium? Was that Bournemouth? No, was it Bournemouth?
Nah, Bournemouth got a vitality.
Derby.
Huddersfield.
Derby County.
Yeah, they're like a Premier League
Nottingham
quality
Forest as
stadium.
well. Nottingham Forest.
Huddersfield
had
got
one
a
for
very good
years.
stadium as
Yeah,
well.
that's
Middlesbrough.
Oh, Middlesbrough.
Riverside as well.
It
Yeah.
was like a Premier League stadium, bro.
Sunderland
Stadium
as
in the
well.
championship.
Stadium
Stadium
Alight.
Alight, yeah.
Sunderland.
England played there and shit.
Yeah,
man.
like, that's
exactly.
a proper stadium,
Yeah,
bro.
that's-
Same with Middlesbrough. I remember England used to play there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, another team that's struggling that was just below Everton actually is Nottingham Forest. Forest lost 2-1.
Oh, they're going. That's my team to go down.
That's your team to go down, isn't
Can't lie. Keylor Navas eating the championship.
it? No, he's not staying.
I know he's not eating the championship, but he's gonna have that in his resume. He's gonna be the only player ever to have won 4 Champions Leagues and get relegated. He's gonna be that. He's gonna have one of those
He's
mad
gonna be in
stats.
those pub trivia like 20 years later.
Who's the only player to ever win the Champions League 4 times and get relegated?
Yeah.
Also win the championship.
Yeah, also, you know what I mean?
but
Like,
also
shit
won the
like that,
championship.
yeah.
I think he's the only one.
I'm sure there's someone that's no one's won 4
So
Champions
he won
League.
3 Champions Leagues, Navas.
Is it
and got
3?
relegated.
He won the free
Valdez also won 3 Champions Leagues and I think got relegated with Middlesbrough.
Oh,
Look at this.
Fun fact,
He's such a party
Leo,
pooper, man.
Damn, man, he's walking away as well.
Show that
Kind of
neck,
cute
man.
too. Kind of cute. That
Newcastle are the first team to beat Nottingham Forest away from home in the Premier League since Fulham in September. What do you guys
yeah,
think?
Nottingham Forest have an elite home record.
Leave.
But that's where I think they'll go down. But that's where they can stay up, just the home games.
I was gonna say.
And like
It's a hard stadium to go
But
to.
them not championship, them like relegation battles. It's always the home games that get you to stay up.
Yeah,
Because you have everyone, your whole fan base behind you. So
Yeah, sure.
I
If you
feel
look
like-
at the fixture list and you've got more
Yeah.
home games than away games, you're probably banking
Yeah.
on that relegation team.
yeah,
as well.
so like they need Champions League, Keylor Navas. They need Champions League, Felipe. Champions League, Ranelodi. They need Morgan Gibbs White.
They need
to
just
ball out.
Stavros.
They need Kendall Jenner to come watch Morgan Gibbs White.
That's true.
Like they need him to ball out.
They
like,
need the Jenners and the Kardashians at football
Stay
game is
away.
not what
No, they're
anyone
done.
needs right now.
They were at PSG, they
Haram,
lost. They're at
brother.
Arsenal, they
Haram.
lost. I'm
Bro,
done with them, man. I don't want to see them again.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind Arsenal again.
Nah, she could chill. I was looking for her as well.
You know,
Who can play?
reverse
I was
effect
looking
on
for
you
her.
guys.
Yeah.
Maybe they can start winning games.
I was at the game. I was trying to find her. You know, I was trying to find her. I was at the game.
Swear.
Sporting game. Yeah.
As soon as I started, I saw leakings. I was like,
She was
there
in.
she is. There she goes again.
That was the most out of pocket tweet ever, bro.
That killed me.
Oh,
That killed me.
who's looking for attention
Open
again?
Nash. Open Nash.
Champagne shoe wasn't enough. Yeah. Oh, look at me. Stadium's falling on me. Put your knickers up, man.
She wanted everything to be about her that day.
Say
She wanted
down
She arrived.
that was her grand entrance.
literally, bro.
I was a bit disappointed that the stadium was leaking though, man. It was violating you guys. It was violating Old Trafford. We had 3 leaks. You know that? We had 3 leaks, bro.
Our stadium is old as hell. We got
Yeah, bro.
excuses.
That's what's called
We
Old
had 3 leaks,
Trafford.
bro. We had one in front of me. We had one at the clock end, and then one at the one
nuts.
that went viral on Twitter. I said, "What's going on?"
It's a new build.
You know,
Bro,
the new build.
New build.
Yeah,
It was
bro.
killing us, man.
Shaky. I was gonna say though, Newcastle. I think that's a big result.
Massive.
Yeah, you know, it's
Massive
the
result.
first time this season
Abdullahi
Newcastle have
Isaac
come
as well.
from behind to win the Premier League game.
One to come back from behind, and then I think to beat Nottingham Forest at home as well. But then I think the slide they've been on since the pre-Carabao and now, they've needed something just
the
to,
draw match
to
this
draw them
year,
back
yeah,
in. That
exactly.
top 4 race was starting to slip away.
Yeah,
We're always going to leave it open for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's up to them.
Oh,
to bring
hey,
themselves
United
back
are
in.
getting dragged back into the top 4 race. Don't worry.
Don't worry about
Come,
that.
come, come.
They needed that.
Getting dragged back in.
We're what? 2 points ahead of you with 2 games in there.
I know.
No, you
James and Hand ain't guaranteed.
They're
You
above
know
you.
that.
I don't
You
above
know that.
Let me see.
Be okay.
Are they above you?
No, they're not.
No.
They would've been above-
Oh, they
we
were.
were 3-1 up.
Oh,
we
that's
went
when
above.
I looked at it.
And
That's where it
then
was.
reality.
Really? Where's your bracket? You didn't equalise. You weren't there.
Bro thinks he's him.
Bro thinks he's him, man. So Newcastle's next fixtures as well. This is crazy. So they got Man United at home. Hopefully they win that. West Ham away, Brentford away, Villa away, Spurs at home, and Everton away. That's a tough
That's for
next.
Newcastle.
That's for Newcastle's next 6. You know.
Pretty much teams all, I don't know, normally in and around them, you would say.
Yeah, it's a difficult, man. It's
Be the best,
difficult.
you gotta beat the best, though, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got to earn it. And I think the way they kind of fell away the past couple of weeks, they need to end the season strong. And I think if they do, the top 4 race, the one thing it has shown over the last 2 or 3, 4, 5 years, I would say, is the team that can be the best of the bad bunch. Because it's 4th place is never given to the most consistent team. It's just which one of us is going to be the least shit, basically. So much. Newcastle, I think, especially at home, they've got an incredible record. If similarly, like we were saying with Forest, if they can keep that incredible record and then get a couple of results away, they need that.
2 of those 6 games are only at home. So 4 are away.
That's
The
why
next
it's
game
so
was
tricky,
United at St. James Park, though.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Like St. James
concerns me a little.
I hate St. James Park.
No
And
Casemiro.
you see
the-
that?
yeah.
The game against Spurs, the game against United, those are almost like 6-pointers, I think.
Yeah.
They win those, massive for their
You
chance.
go
What's
back-
big for them, too, now is Isaac is back in form, bro.
It's true. Bro.
Yeah, Abdullah Isak.
He's been very good, man.
Abdullah Isak. That's my brother, man.
Hey, for real.
I mean,
You're claiming him as Somali now.
No,
You
just
start
East African
scoring-
king.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
East African king. That's it.
Bro, no.
Go on.
Because they do the same thing with Vinny. When these men ain't bagging goals, when they're hitting shots to the corners, these men are Somali.
No, but you know what?
And then when we see a bit of tech, when we see a goal or two, nah, where is he? He's Brazilian. No, he's Swedish. Yeah. One of our own. One of our own.
That's
Don't do that.
That's patriotic.
That's patriotic.
Yeah.
That's patriotic.
Yeah, I take it. I hear it.
I respect man at home, but listen.
Yeah, you know what time? You should have worn it today. You should have worn it today. Is it blue or white or?
No.
Oh damn.
Malanders.
He was a good dude, man. He was a good dude. He was a good dude.
So that's the mirrors now.
He was a good dude.
It's a good one. Yes.
He was a good dude. He was a good dude.
Listen. 3 Newcastle players have scored 5+ goals in the Premier League this season. Almiron of 11, Wilson of 7, and Isak of now 5. So now Isak's like.
Isak's missed so much time this season, bro.
Yeah, he has. He's very injury
He's
prone.
definitely not had a
He's injury
consistent
prone.
run of form at any point this
That was the
season.
problem
He's
I
already been
had.
better than his time.
That was the problem I had when we were heavily linked with him. He's very injury prone.
I love
Very
him.
injury prone.
Like, I like these big men with really good feet, though, bro. Like, he's not someone who's just gonna be like dominate defenders physically, but for a guy that tall and lanky, he's got incredibly good feet.
You like
Yeah,
big men?
I do think he
You like
needs
big men?
Love him.
Nice.
back in the post.
He likes big men.
I do think he does need to add on a couple of kilos though.
Yeah.
Yes,
But I feel like if he
needs to
does add it, it will hinder his game a little. I feel like the quick silky feet will go.
No, but
I feel like when you get heavier,
The feet you're born with.
No, the feet. He's Somali, so the feet are there. They're there.
Abdi Shuffle, you see it, man. Come on, man.
Just that for no reason.
Come on, bro.
Fast switch fibers.
Bro, it's crazy. We're born with this. So for me, I just think if he adds that extra couple of kilos, it's like, you add that extra bit of pace and power, I feel like.
Yeah.
Talk.
right now he's too lightweight. He is too
Yeah,
lightweight.
I just feel like
You need to find a balance. I agree.
Newcastle win.
Like, you don't want to like basically bulk him up.
I don't want him to be just a big striker.
But you need to have a mixture of both, especially in
But
this league.
at the moment, he's looking like he's got the qualities to be a top Premier League striker.
Yeah.
And when he came, I was like, ooh, coming from Spain.
He's got all the ingredients.
Like,
and
he's got the
everything.
ingredients.
You know who
He's
his
got
idol is, right?
Ibra.
Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
Henry.
he did
And,
say.
there was
yes,
this one comp on Twitter beginning of the year. where
Exact
it's
same
like
thing,
Henry,
innit? Yeah.
the way they open up their
the way they
hips,
open up their body.
touch,
Yeah.
I like Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac's done well this season. I mean, he had 2 goals that game, 2 shots on target, 7 duels won, 4 clearances for a striker, fair play to him, and 9 touches in the opposition box.
And don't forget too,
he's
he
done
was
well.
their marquee signing this year.
Yeah.
They had Bob Bruno before. They had done all their thing in the previous window, but this was like the guy, the first signing of their official
era.
summer window.
Yeah.
Good player.
What do you think? Do you think Newcastle will get that top 4?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to. I need to ask you
Do
actually.
you think Newcastle will get top 4?
I
Who
don't
do you think they'll
believe
get?
I don't believe in Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool are in it anymore.
Okay,
Wait.
so then
Yeah.
then
I was
you
gonna
mean
say,
you
what
don't
about
believe
these
these
guys?
guys?
guys,
What are these dudes?
Ryan Mason for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
No disrespect, you're not making.
Ryan Mason, man.
It's United.
He
It's
got
United.
CTE, man.
It's United and Newcastle.
You guys, United Newcastle?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I'd love to see Brighton do something.
But
I
Tottenham
don't-
have that.
yeah,
but
I'd love
Tottenham
to
have
see
that
that.
experience of getting to the
Yeah,
top
it's very
4.
unrealistic.
In jammy seasons as well.
Exactly,
We
that's
have
what I'm saying.
experience
So I don't
of
want to
getting
count
that.
out Tottenham yet.
That's the
man.
thing. It's like with me, even me, I said start of the season with Conte,
Yeah.
I couldn't see us getting top 4. The way the season's panning out, it's almost like everyone's been so bad.
Yeah.
We're just 4th type of
It's
thing.
all about who's going to be the worst. Of
Yeah.
the bad
So
ones.
for me-
I almost
I think-
worry,
I think-
does Kane check out at this point?
That's one thing I don't doubt.
I don't
For
think
me,
he'll check
I
out.
think he is potentially going to be the one that pushes us over, and I'm like,
Really?
Because I think
yeah.
if he gets this Champions League is his reason. That's my farewell tour.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Because it gives it now.
I respect
Now
it,
he
yeah,
can
yeah.
kick his toys out the pram and
But
say,
if I
"Yeah,
were-
I want to
yeah.
leave. Oh, I want this. I want that." And then all the fans will be like, "You got Champions League this
The
year,
thing
man."
for me,
Like,
I always thought the one thing keeping Kane at Spurs more than his love for the club or whatever was the fact that these big managers, I felt like he always really relished playing for them. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell he loved playing under
No, I
Mourinho.
agree.
Yeah.
And I think he loved playing under Conte because it's like, yo,
Get the best
playing
out of
under like top
Yeah.
managers. This is how you get the best out of me.
Yeah.
So I think like the way Mourinho exited the club, first of all, I'm sure he was disappointed by it.
Yeah.
And now the way Conte is exiting this early into the season, I'd be extremely discouraged if I was Kane. But fair enough, if he can keep his head focused and lead Spurs to the Champions League after everything that's been happening this season,
he's like the prototypical like professional footballer at the moment.
yeah,
literally.
fair.
Like he's just so
Fair.
professional,
I
bro. You saw
wouldn't
it.
doubt his
Man,
professionalism.
Yeah.
Last year he took 4 months off and then still finished the season with 17 goals.
Yeah.
That was when I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
If this guy, he's about it. If he turns his head on.
Yeah.
So
So I feel like you guys are still in the top four. But I would the reason why I want to see Newcastle in the top four is I want to see what they spend on. I want to see what the
I wanna see that
Qataris have
transfer
for
window.
us. I want to see what they got for us.
Saudis, bro.
The Saudis.
Saudis, sorry. I want to see this. I want to see. Yeah, that's you guys.
that's
I want to see what the Saudis got for us. That's what I want to see because I want to see if they just go
I think
crazy.
they
They,
get
do a Robinho summer, or if
Nah, they won't do the
won't do it,
Robinho
they
summer.
won't do
They
it.
won't
not
do it.
Robinho summer, but if they go in for that, what like they have
That
this-
marquee.
you know how Isaac was their marquee sign. Are they gonna get another marquee
They'll
player?
Or even higher than that.
They'll put up a Kvisha bid, I reckon. They get
Say that
Champions League, they'll put up a
Kvisha.
Kvisha bid, I reckon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Imagine they go to Napoli and say, "Here's 130."
If no one,
you know what I mean?
and you know De Laurentiis what he's like, he will hold his players ransom.
Yeah.
And we'll
He's
say,
like Daniel Levy. He's
150.
like Daniel Levy. Yeah.
Newcastle get Champions League, it's like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
We missed out on the cup last year. We're in the promised land. We've
Yeah.
got the funds.
Yeah.
Kvisha, you want to come Premier League?
Yeah.
Aight.
Do they go because they desperately need a left back? The two centre backs I think are good enough. Trippier's coming towards the end of his career.
The one I think they're going to go for is Madison.
Madison will be at least
I
signing.
think Newcastle will sign Madison.
At
I
least
see
sign-
that
he-
one is almost
he-
like a normal. I don't think
Yeah,
that's a marquee
that's not like a
signing.
marquee.
Yeah, that's not-
That's
yeah,
not like
marquee.
that's
Fair.
not
The
the
normal
100 mil
signings they'll
signing.
make this summer is probably Madison and Tierney. That's
Tierney will be a good sign.
I
They
think
need a
Tierney
left
will
back
be very
bad.
good for
They need
Eric
a left
Dyer.
back bad. Oh yeah, Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer.
Who
Yeah.
invite my man?
Hey, Matt Turner.
Matt Turner.
Matt Turner.
Ben Davis for free.
Well, listen, another team that's fighting for Europe place. Brentford drew against Leicester, 1-1. You see most goal involvements by central midfielders in the Premier League this season. De Bruyne and Odegaard have 16. Madison has 15.
These are not central midfielders.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What do you want to say? What do you want, man?
Say number
I
10.
read
Say number
this.
10.
I don't feel comfortable calling James Madison De Bruyne up as central.
Yeah, say number 10. Say
all
number
right,
10.
midfielders
Midfielders in
then.
general, yeah,
The
yeah.
central midfielders. They are central. They're in the central.
You're like me, bro. Like these
Yeah.
guys are not.
They're not.
Central midfielder.
No, I think not in the
They're tens,
not in
man.
the
They're tens,
traditional sense,
eights.
but
Thank you.
they are central and they are midfielders.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Are they not in the central of the mark?
Technical.
Are they not middle of the park?
These are midfielders. Well, midfielders is the nicest I'm willing to call them.
All right, fine. All right, we compromised there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to halfway. We got a Brentford fan correspondent, Keenan Lowe. He said really tired legs in the second half. We played Everton, Southampton, and Leicester, and only got 4 points from that. Not good enough that they want to make Europe. It's nice that Brentford can still get a result at home and not playing well. Not making Europe might be a bit of a blessing. This team lacks a bit of depth and will probably lose a few players in the transfer window as well. European matches aren't worth getting stretched out fixture-wise and risking relegation next season. Several of our players are really poor, wasteful, and show some tired legs. The summer window is going to be key in refreshing, remotivating players. Not trying to be too negative, but our next fixtures got to get a little harder. Definitely worried about us dropping in the table in the weeks to come. So it's looking difficult for Brentford.
It's a whole load of negativity, man. Damn, man.
He wasn't trying. That's
You
what he
guys
said, though.
ever
He
see
wasn't
European
trying
football?
to
And he
be
said, I don't want
negative.
European football. My brother, go get European football, man.
No, but I
Go
think
bring it to West
I
London,
saw
man.
a few Brighton fans saying, "No, I don't know about European football. I don't think we have the depth for that yet."
Bro, when you have these teams coming to play at your ground and you have European nights, they're gonna know, man.
The Ferenc,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
West Ham fan
They're-
that I saw the other day who was basically saying I would take relegation if it meant West Ham winning the Conference League.
Oh wow!
No, because he might never see his team win a trophy again. Like,
Yeah.
Premier League, they can come back.
Yeah.
I think Brentford should have a Brentford
Yeah.
fan. If I were a Brentford fan, I'd probably have a similar mindset.
Like, I really want
Seeing
European
football
Yeah, bro.
and some of the best players on the planet.
But look
playing
after the
at
Sheffield United.
Hounslow.
But look
Yeah.
after
I'll eat a relegation for that.
Yeah.
But look how
Portsmouth fans will talk about Ronaldinho playing at Fratton Park.
Yeah.
for the rest of the year.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that was nuts.
And they were up. They were winning as well, bro. They're winning.
So yeah, they ate
But it could be
relegation,
a detriment to them. Look at Sheffield United. Affected their season. Weren't they in Europe, right?
No, but yeah. Okay.
But then you have a
they
good
didn't
manager
They
like-
didn't make Europe. No.
Were they
Sheffield
seventh?
No, they didn't make Europe whatsoever.
They did not make Europe.
No.
Oh, I thought they mean Europe.
No,
That's
Yeah.
They would have maybe made the Conference League if it existed back then. But Sheffield.
Oh yeah, I don't think.
no.
I don't
Okay,
think.
so
Conte-
seventh.
Yeah, they'll.
Burnley. Does.
Yes, Burnley did as well with Sean Dyche, innit?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. I remember.
Whatever that shit was.
I remember.
They get relegated next season,
I
right?
think
No.
what was it 2 years later? I think.
Yeah, 2
Hey man, it fits my agenda.
With this season, I would be. If I was a Brentford fan, I'd be like,
On
"This
my
is the
knees.
promised land. I'm on my way."
Yeah, bro.
Like we're gonna see some random Armenian team come play us, and we can brush them, and it's a European night. Like why would
Brentford,
you want to do
he's
that?
thinking too like logically about it. Like, he's thinking
Yeah,
too
man.
level headed, bro. You got to dream.
You gotta be a little delusional.
Gotta
be a little delusional,
I also
bro.
think though, as like when you're new to the Premier League, as I imagine, you
Yeah.
want to be here for a while. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want it to just
But
be
I think Brentford have the
2-3 season.
Brentford
flash
have
stint.
the
Alright, see
they
you
have the
guys.
blueprint now to stay in the Premier League. I think they have the right owner.
If you
They
go
have
Europe, though,
they have that money ball
stretches
kind
your
of thing.
squad. You get a couple of injuries. All of a sudden, form goes shaky.
Yeah.
You're struggling in the Premier League. Like this season, if they were involved in this relegation fight, all of a sudden you're looking at it like, you know what, Europe ain't all that. If you're just going to Europe just to get crashed out of the quarterfinals of the Europa League.
What? So if I offer
Nice.
Brentford
What, you
Champions
played-
League football, they ain't taking it because they got to play 3 games a week now.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this?
Bro.
If they get Champions League football, they get relegated next season. Would you think a Brentford fan will take that?
Yes, they absolutely
No.
should.
There's a difference between Champions
Okay, Europa League.
No, for Brentford, Conference League should be that same kind of level, bro. Brentford are not a big club. They're
No,
not
I'm not
so
saying.
small,
I'm not
bro.
saying
Yeah,
they
they
shouldn't
didn't have
go
an
for
academy.
it.
No,
But
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
one of
But
those
it's the
things
logical
where
kind of
I get
aspect.
where they're coming from. Sometimes they just want to prioritize staying in the league.
Yeah.
Let's just be here for 3-4 years, and then after that we can start having
Sometimes
those
you don't
European
want to be
ambitions.
too ahead of the project too soon. That's
You
what
never
I-
know if a season like this happens again, bro.
Yeah. And you never know if Thomas Frank stays.
If you trust the plan, as you said that Brentford
Trust the
have
process,
had,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
trust the process. I think what they've done over the last couple of years,
Amazing.
trust it, man.
I think it's been
Trust
amazing
it.
for them. But
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Moneyball's
yeah.
worked.
Yeah, I mean, where's Leicester now? Leicester are currently 17th.
oh yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Hey man, go down, man. James Madison,
Harvey
Ndidi.
Barnes scored again.
Who else? Who
Harvey
else they
Barnes
got?
scored
Who else they
again. He
got?
ended their 5-game
Oh,
losing streak.
Fice, yeah.
Castagna.
Castane's
Telling
alright.
cats about
Hey,
Harvey
Patson
Barnes,
Daka?
man.
Oh yeah, Patson Daka. There's a
Save that
few.
one for later.
See?
Harvey
Hey, I like that one.
Harvey Barnes, we'll save that for later.
Come back in a few. Yeah.
Last minute.
Come back in a few days. We're gonna do a
Cats
relegation
about
battle.
Harvey Barnes, man.
You know what? Nah. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, but Brendan, I found a few Leicester fans' opinions. They weren't correspondence. I had to seek them out by myself. But it said a few.
just searched
people
Leicester
said,
Twitter.
yeah, search Leicester. Brendan Rodgers' strangest obsession with Samara. Samara must end soon. If he has to sub off Mendy on Ndidi, it should be for the other one. Harry Southampton absolutely bossed this match. Iverson was pretty unlucky for that goal. Looked really soft and concede, but took 2 deflections in quick succession. Didn't see much difference between him and Danny Ward. I mean, those.
Yeah, the reason why he played was because he was on form, innit?
Yeah.
That's what
they put
Brendan
him,
Rodgers said.
They stuck him in there.
That guy needs to leave at the end of the season as well, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man.
His
Hey,
own-
Spurs, man.
his-
Spurs, man.
Listen, I said the only problem is his situation at Leicester is so bad. I think Spurs fans are like,
Yeah.
Right,
If he was
how has he got the job?
If he was like 10th, you lot would have been like, okay, cool.
If this was last year,
I'll be
I
honest,
would have been all
he's a
over
good
it.
project
I
manager.
think he's actually, for a project manager,
Yeah,
I
for
agree.
someone who develops young talent, can work with a limited budget if you
Yeah.
like.
He has a ceiling, but
experience as
He
well.
has a ceiling, but that's what
Yeah.
Tottenham need right now.
I'm with
100%.
you. I
That's
rate
what you guys
Brendan
need.
Rodgers.
Yeah. You guys don't need a manager who's gonna take whose ceilings up here.
Yeah.
You need someone whose ceilings here, take you to here, and then you progress.
And
So-
I've been saying it. I suggested, and a lot of Spurs fans are like, "Yo, Brendan Rodgers never." I'm like, bro, that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah,
we're in.
literally.
We're
Yeah,
having
bro.
to
Yeah.
look at
Yeah.
candidates
Yeah.
who are 17.
You guys are homeless right now.
and struggling. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are
literally.
homeless right now.
It's nuts, man.
Let's cover our final Premier League game. Aston Villa demolished Bournemouth 3-0. It
Be
was
honest,
like, yeah.
don't know anything about this game, guys.
Big
What
up
do you
Unai
mean?
Emery.
You're meant to research. It was in the call sheet.
Sorry, man. But I was at the Emirates, so I don't know.
That's true. We had a Villa correspondent as well. Cameron JB, great performance from Villa. Douglas Luiz was phenomenal, controlled midfield. Tyrone Mings was brilliant. Clean sheet and assist. He's very
Tyrone
unlucky.
Mings.
He's very unlucky not to be in Southgate's England squad, as he's actually
No,
been one of
no.
Villa's
Tell him
best
stay
players
in
all
Birmingham.
season.
Tell him stay in Birmingham. man. Tell him stay in Birmingham.
Jacob Ramsey back on the score sheet. Third clean sheet in last 4 games now for Villa. The defense has really improved since the Arsenal game. Bournemouth are pretty poor compared to their impressive performances against Arsenal and Liverpool in recent weeks. I mean,
I think Bournemouth like playing a big team, man.
yeah, I mean they
And
got
like,
the
they get hyped up
worst
for the
goal.
big team.
They got the worst goal difference in the Premier League. They got -29.
God damn.
That's that shit.
But
Disgusting.
no, they are one of my teams to go down. Hopefully, I said it in the video that day. But they are one of my teams to go down. In case someone just said, "Hey, man, you didn't say Bournemouth." I'm like, damn, I forgot, man.
Yeah,
But,
you had Bournemouth, Southampton, and Forest.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
You have good memory. If you,
That was like 40 minutes ago.
I'm talking about I got bad memory, bro. I got bad memory.
I thought you were trolling me.
No, I was talking about the video that, I don't know if I was in the actual video, who's going down this season. I think it might have been beginning of the season.
There's a video?
Or middle of the season, like mid-season awards.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I think it was one of those ones.
Okay.
I don't know if I was in it or if I set my list, but I said...
You were in that video.
I can't remember who I said though. But just in case someone wants to wheel up the receipts.
Wheel it up, bro.
I do think though Unai, the job he's doing at Villa.
Oh,
amazing,
so
amazing. I said when he came, they were going to finish 8th,
They said,
and they're
yeah.
on course to like be in that top. He's such a good manager, bro.
But this is also what Villa should be, bro. People forget that where they were, where their trajectory was when they had Grealish, and they sold him and they bought all these players. First of all, they didn't buy bums; they bought good players. They bought talented players around Europe.
Bailey, Buendia, bro.
Gerrard just did such a horrible job that people forgot that Villa's a big club with a big budget with good players. Villa should be a club that are aiming to finish between 7th and 10th every single season.
Yeah.
That's what the...
And Emery's doing a great job. I agree. Emery's doing a great job.
But what's crazy is I don't think the owners want to finish between 7th and 10th because of how much money they have.
Yeah.
So
this should be the minimum for
push to Europe. But
Yeah.
I think with Unai, for me, I just like how obviously he got chased out of Arsenal. It was almost he got stained. Went to
It was never going to
Villarreal.
work for him.
Villarreal redeemed himself, got the Europa League. You thought, yo, you know what? Then he takes a gamble where
He took him to the semi-final of the Champions League.
semi-final of the Champions League, sorry, the next year as well. So you're thinking, bro, you're cushy, you're comfortable there.
Yeah. Why
Why
coming
not just
to
stay there?
Yeah.
Takes the gamble of, I'm going to get involved in this relegation fight. And I think since he's taken over, they're third in terms of form-wise.
Yeah.
I think you guys first. Well, maybe us now.
Us too,
Yeah. So it's crazy, honestly. The job he's done there, incredible, man.
Yeah, a lot of people say Gerrard has blood on his hands right now.
He does. He does, bro.
I said Gerrard jumped the ship too early from Scotland. He should have stayed in Scotland for 4 or 5 years, stat padded, and said, this is a Rangers takeover.
Fast tracking the Liverpool job, bro. He was like, let me
Yeah,
come to the Premier League, tear it up with Villa.
Yeah. He thought he was going to take Villa to like 6th, 7th, and then Liverpool were going to come in after Klopp. Because Klopp basically said, Gerrard's next, man. Yeah. He basically said that. I remember. Do you remember?
Klopp gassed him.
He basically said Gerrard's going to be the manager after me, and now he's a bum.
And Klopp knew. I bet Klopp knew. He's like, you ain't getting shit, bro.
Yeah.
Take him out.
It's one of those ones. He just said, "I'll be nice."
He was the enemy of progress there. He was the enemy of progress.
Well, listen, that's the end of our Premier League roundup. We're happy that you guys joined us there this week. If you join back in a couple of days, we're gonna do our best relegation battle 11. It's from the teams that are 12th all the way down to 20th. So yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Now. We out.